All right, hello out there to everybody in the Snortex. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Big ups to everybody. I'm not late. I switched it to 1:30. I knew what was coming. So, yes, the human being a human style individual has required me to be a little bit behind, but fear not. We have a lot to go over. Of course, we got to start with some clips from yesterday that are just going to be the highlights, or I mean, come on, this is the line of things that we do. The low lights of some things that happened yesterday while we wait for the guy to show up. So let's start with is this the one I want to start with? Yeah, this is the one I want to start with. So we have to say big ups to Snort Burnell, who's going to make, I have a video here that was about, of course, the daytime stream with Review Tech. Then we got a video that's going to cover the abysmal fucking night stream where he did, Call of Duty, and it was sad. And so we're just going to go from there. So again, big ups to everybody, and off we go.
Save the pig. What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig.
I was thinking maybe I would pull up some of the Kino stuff, but they ended up just grilling the fuck out of this dude for like 7 hours. So I did watch it. I like a lot of people, I fell asleep to it. So
Slide. Hell!
I want to say that.
What interesting? What a coincidence! What are the odds? It's the coincidence of this timing. Just I'm sure it's all just circumstantial, right?
Oh, of course.
The casino has turned on Phil, and now
I love listening to the voices go from like really low to like, it is super high. And so, yeah,
Phil's probably looking for allies.
a lot of people streamed yesterday. I know after this, Rich did a stream, and I know Gundam had some things to say about everything.
He's right, and he's looking for buddies to team up with against the casino, right? That's what everyone's saying. What do you think about that?
Well, I hope to God that you knew from the beginning that was going to happen. I don't think you did, though, because you were essentially in there. You did simp for them for a while, Phil.
Mhm.
One thing I found funny is that things that I have just said for years, you make it like I'm going to stalk you and dry hump your front door in the middle of the night. But when PPP said those things at the time, now you're different because the fallout and, he was calling
Sometimes Iviga is here, but I don't believe our manager is in presently. No.
on your wife fat. But back then, it was with them, it was just razzing. What's the difference between when I said something and when PPP said something, which would be just as bad, if sometimes not worse?
Yeah, Kino started at 8:30 my time, and I think by the time Ashton left, I think it was around 3 a.m. ish my time. And then when I actually woke up at like 5 or 6, when I was like up for the day or whatever, Triple P had left, but Andy was still there.
Why was there a difference with that?
Well, there's two things. Number one,
So, as it is stated here, it was for money. Pigroach sold his dignity and that of his wife for money. That's how low he can go, to receive money instead of working honestly. Yeah, this is really, really, sad.
if you have some kind of an arrangement with someone, if you're working business-wise with someone, okay, and you know that there's a mutual benefit to being associated and making content, then you give a few inches, right? You'll give a little bit of leeway. You'll let them get a little bit of a rise.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making.
Yeah, apparently when he started this whole, thing, when the hella cringe fucking, fell upon us yesterday, he was saying that this was in plan for the last 8 months. And then he said 4 years. 4 years, apparently, he's been planning something like this. And so you have to wonder, a couple of years ago, when he did side scrollers, then why didn't he just admit that he was down from the rafters? Because he just was going to end up admitting it anyway, but like not then. There are, listen to every detractor, and of course, amongst ourselves and just, everybody else, we can all find a way to poke a hole in this story to how it makes no sense. I guarantee all you guys in chat right now, myself and, everybody else, can come up with a different, rhyme or reason why none of this makes any fucking sense. Not that it matters really, because we already knew.
Making this.
That was at the 11th hour, though, Phil. I mean,
I guess this was all in his plan for years, to call Strangely Lex a slut, to keep the PDF file in his chat, to admit that he, played WWE champions. What's going on, Galaxy? How you doing, honey?
There was actually a video of where, like, you tiptoed into confronting him about what he said about your wife, and you gave him a pass. Also, too, there's a video that Mighty D has where...
Peaceful Joint, you need to speak to the manager. I'm sorry, Iviga is not here right now. I apologize. Yeah, exactly, Spoon Hurler. A 4-year-old can poke a hole in this story. This was so fucking sad. We are doing Keno tomorrow night. I will be here, I guess, now this is going on Eastern time, because this is what they always say. I'm on Eastern time anyway, so it's just beneficial for my slow brain. They're going to start at 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night. And then who the hell is it? I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank. Excuse me. It's a Gundam will then join them at 8:30. So they're going to start at 7:30. I'll be streaming. We'll probably start at like 7 tomorrow night. I'll still be here during the day. We're going to do the podcast and do all that stuff. And then I'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that for y'all on the West Coast, that'd be 4. Philipper should just honestly be finishing up with his garbage around that time, because Grandpa wants dinner at 4 o'clock. So then we'll do that, and then we'll watch. We'll go over to Kick, and then we'll watch Gundam and the casino. We'll do all that together Friday night, tomorrow night.
And this happened multiple times. It wasn't just in his video, where you would be in their Kick chat in like the wee hours of the morning.
Strangely, Lex is going to be on the casino. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Text messaging.
I did see last night when I was watching, and I thought about streaming it and then I didn't, but I did see that, who was it? Rare Tricks came and gifted more subs, and Iron Chef Sakai dropped 25 subs on the Keno Casino. So baby boy has returned home. They've all basically gone and returned home. And then I got some reports, which I can't confirm necessarily, but I did get some reports that Dumpy Koala pieced the fuck out of Phil's chat and said he was out of there. And even some of Phil's longtime dents, which I can't remember their names right now, forgive me, but even they were like, dude, this is cringe. What are you doing? Like, big ups, Wheelie Steve. There's no way that this... Ooh, this was so bad. I mean, honest to God, season 17 better slow the fuck down.
Text messaging them or messaging them in their chat like a teenage girl. You were gifting subs. You would go back and forth. You always say that your time, like, that was, what were you doing then? You say your time is valuable. You say you're very busy. But then you were sitting there in their chat, essentially just simping, actually, which is funny. We'll talk more about.
Fear not. Tomorrow night on Keno, we're going to get all of the good stuff.
Simping.
What Phil showed yesterday was cherry-picked garbage, just absolute garbage. I have to restrain myself from making a video where I just sit here and pick apart the inconsistencies for 3 hours. Well, if you don't feel up to it, certainly don't do it. But if you do, I'm totally gonna watch that. I'm just letting you know.
Later, but that was very strange to me.
My dick is annoying. Being a dude with balls and a dick can be annoying. I don't want this. What is this bullshit?
These edits are so good. And we abruptly changed the topic of the stream. It turns out that Pigroach planned an extreme cope, but since he couldn't do it, he just tricked Rich into helping him try to destroy Keno Casino.
Andy and Ashton's briefcase.
I guess this is supposed to prove that they're gay. Because I guess this is, remember when he said that, I guess Hulk Hogan was going to have a Super Bowl party in Florida. And so Triple P invited Phil to go to that. And I guess this is them. or they're at some kind of a party or something, but I guess because they have their shirts off or whatever, I guess this is supposed to be some kind of, you know, innuendo that like they're gay or something. Ugh, I don't understand why. He really wants us to like just hardcore focus on, you know, this picture here. I don't purposely understand. I don't get it. I saw when he went to pick up the briefcase, he knocked his shit over.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, today
Not all heroes wear capes, you know?
on this podcast, this is not the Level 1 podcast featuring RTU.
Like they can be like fucking like Liberace gay, both of them. I don't think they are, but I mean that doesn't matter to me one way or the other. But it's like that, like this is where we are. Like this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start like hurling around these like, you know, 6th grade, you know, it insults. You're gay. No, you're gay. Is this what we're doing? Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
At all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Level 666 podcast, straight out of fucking hell, because today,
It really would have been nice if he would have looked into the camera instead of trying to figure out what scene he wanted and then realized he was already on the scene. Really would have been maybe more grrr and more, you know, threatening if he would have actually looked in the camera instead of looking over and off to the left like, oh, fuck, what scene do I need right now?
live on the show, it is time to explain to you how over the last 8 months and the last couple of years,
The cringe physically hurt me yesterday. It caused me physical pain.
all of my
I
planning
know I'm
has
not alone.
finally come to fruition. I robbed Kino Casino. Everything that you have seen happen,
Whatever
I
you
swear
say,
to
guy.
God, has been
The biggest, most pathetic lol cow, coping to the extreme, hoping everyone believes that for 8 months he served as a doormat, and now he's going to tell us that Kino Casino's shoes are dirty.
part of my plan all along. Because all of you think I'm so fucking stupid. You all thought that this was some, oh, he got fooled. He had the wool pulled over his eyes. I 100% had this planned since day one.
Phil,
And I am going, you don't believe me.
No, I don't believe you. I've been watching you now.
I don't know how much gin he had, but I know he didn't sleep much that night because when he goes to show Rich all this stuff, you could see that he was literally working on them the night before, and one of the files is dated on that day, that night that, you know, he took off, the 18th. Well, technically it was dated the 19th because it was 1:36 a.m.
For over a decade. You were full in on this hook line, and so you called Andy your gaming soulmate.
Okay. Rich, I got the receipts.
He shows nothing. He shows nothing. And just in case you missed it, which I don't think anybody missed it, he showed nothing. It was a joke.
I like how you're laughing too.
Well, it's funny.
All they do is they look at other people's misery, they report on it, they make fun of it, they laugh at it, and then they make a bunch of money. So a day when it's a bad day for someone else is a good day for them. But in reality,
So-
It turns out that Pigroach is the hero everyone was expecting, although, of course, he got thousands of dollars for rolling in the mud with them.
for other people, they wouldn't be able to ever have any popularity. It's the only reason they get anything.
So what you're saying, this whole entire thing for your casino arc was 4D chess that you were playing them to the point that you would hurt your own reputation and career?
Rich, not only that, I cased probably 6 or 7 different individuals who I thought
X to gout, just hard X to gout.
I could maybe get in their good graces, figure out how to get in on it, and see what would happen. And
Names. I want names or it didn't happen. Pictures or it didn't happen. I want something. Who? Who else were you planning to talk to?
Sorry.
after looking at all of these different people, all right?
Exactly. Purple Durple, great name, by the way. He didn't do anything but show Triple P just fucking riling him up and just getting him ready to go. And, you know, just baiting him into, oh, so sad.
Someone in my chat one day had said, did you hear about Kino Casino? Did you hear that they're also making fun of Review Tech? just like
And you heard Review Tech and popped the first fucking boner that you've had since 1996. And with a hop, a skip, and a jump, you ran over there. You couldn't get over there fast enough. As soon as someone told you that Kino Casino was going to shit on Rich, you couldn't, like, your boner probably fucking just about knocked shit over. You couldn't get over there fucking fast enough.
you are, or just like he's making fun of you and back and forth. And did you hear that they're constantly making fun of him in their content? Okay. And I said, no, I don't know anything about these guys. I didn't. But I went over there and I actually watched their content once. And I knew from the first moment that I started watching their show, this was going to be the one that was going to work if I was going to try to make this happen.
It's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion.
These guys are not squeaky clean. These guys have burned every bridge. They don't have friends.
You are projecting and showing that you never should have stopped taking your medication.
They
Yet
can't
you were
have
still
friends.
yet you were still absolutely dying to work with them.
With Piggy, there's always new lows. I mean, you're not wrong. I just, every time I think, okay, surely, you know, I wasn't streaming or doing, you know, a YouTube about this or anything at the time, but I watched side scrollers. Like, you couldn't pull me away from side scrollers. I watched the whole thing and I thought, surely after this fucking ass whooping, this can't, you know, it get worse. And then Truth Seekers happened. Well, then the whole documentary bullshit. And then I thought, okay, surely he's learned. Then Truth Seekers happened. And I thought, surely.
Them though.
Oh, not dying to work with them. They were a means for me to finally get out of the position that I was in, being the whipping boy of the internet.
Yeah, that really helped you, the way that you were wiggling your feet in everyone's face and showing socks. I mean, for fuck's sake, one of the few good things that this, you know, did was, for fuck's sake, you finally bought new socks and underwear for probably the first time in 25 years. So good for you. Those fucking underwear with the shit stains in them that you've had since the beginning of this millennia, you can finally put them out of their misery and fucking throw them away now. But showing people your underwear, wiggling your feet in people's faces, doing all of this shit, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, dude, you were sucking their dick, man.
And that was the intention from day one. Everything that I laid out, every conversation I had with them, every late night bullshit session I had with them when I should have been asleep, every time I was on their streams kissing their butt, throwing them super memberships or whatever, was all part of this.
Now that I think about it, shouldn't the person who brought up Kino Casino have been banned for saying that? They brought up another streamer that's against his rules. Well, they very well may have been banned. I'm not sure who it was who actually, you know, said it, you know, in the first place, but they may have been banned. But then the little teeny tiny wheels and this big fucking empty brain over here got to turning.
And they think they have something on me, and they bought it. I said, oh, my rabbit is sick, so I can't do the
Didn't they have him dancing around and humping the floor and doing all of this, you know, weird shit? You know, come on, just pay us some money and we'll do the meme. This fucking loser played WWE champions on stream, and I've never seen him happier.
show today. My mom is sick, so I have.
So what you're saying is, you know, for years now, because he said, I've been planning this for the last 8 months and for years. So he was apparently at some point years ago going to disclose that he was down from the rafters, but yet didn't do it on side scrollers. Huh? Like, what?
I have to fly. I keep saying sick, like every excuse was someone's sick. Yet they bought it every time. Every
Or
fucking
you were
time.
just, or you were just nervous to go do it, so you canceled on it.
But the point I'm making here is I basically
He thinks that this makes him look good. He's basically admitting that he was purposefully lying and deceitful towards them, towards Kino Casino. Even if you fall and hit your head and your IQ becomes like 12 all of a sudden, and you believe this bullshit that this fucking Botard is trying to sell to everybody, if you believe it, it's like, okay, so what your story is, you've been looking for people to target and hit because your career has taken a fucking nosedive and you need help. So you need to get a boost up off of somebody. So you're gonna basically try to cuck somebody else because your shit's failing. So you're gonna put on sob story. This is what we're meant to believe. This is supposed to make you look good.
manipulated them as much as I could to make them do what I wanted.
I think the pignosis works.
I got what I wanted. And then when I knew they were going to eventually
Eating good with the avalanche of content. If nothing else, it's certainly keeping me busy.
turn on me, because we all knew that from the get-go, right? We knew they were going
And
to
you-
turn.
That's kind of just gross too, Phil. You would say that
He'll still call himself the king, Joe. He'll always be. He thinks he's a king. He really thinks he got everybody yesterday. This is all he's been fucking thinking about. All he's been thinking about for days.
your family members were sick to get out of doing things with him
Oh,
to
it's
get
not,
a one up on
oh,
them.
no. It's not to get out of doing
He didn't hit either goal yesterday either. So he got like nothing from the kick side of things.
things with them. It's to basically have a way to make them believe that everything I'm saying is true.
I think the only person believing this in this stream right now is you. I don't.
Rich,
I mean, how do you do so? You're trying to tell me to believe that for the past 8 months,
Mhm.
when you were sitting there gifting them subs, simping for them like hours upon hours on end, trying to get them to pay attention to you, like they were Beavis and Butthead and you were Stewart, that this
Keeping busy. Husbando will eat lunch meat sandwiches for the rest of the week. When we don't feel like cooking, we just eat lunch meat sandwiches anyway. I don't mind them. I like them. Look, you can do magical things with like fried bologna. I'm just putting it out there. I don't give a fuck who gives a fuck.
this was all some big plan to get vengeance on people that if you never
Oh, Darziak left yesterday. I heard Dumpy Koala left, and I don't know if anybody else left, but there were some of his like dented fucking people in there that were just like, what are you doing?
affiliated with, you would be in a better position than you are now. You went, Phil. It's just a fact. You saw that there was an opportunity there. They feigned friendship with you. You called Andy Worski your gaming soulmate. You were so into all this to the point that you let
If Phil was a genius, he would, oh no, it scrolled away. No, come back. No, wait. Everything goes too quick for my slow brain. Oh, something about Phil making an AI. I'm sorry, it scrolled away. And I am inept. I apologize.
them shame you. And now in the end, after all this
MJ's Mecca, thank you for the $5 super chat. Moves away from family and friends, self-isolates. Only friends he can make are his bullies. Gets bullied, claims to be a devious mastermind. Sure, Phil, right. Like, whatever you say, guy, whatever you say.
is said and
I heard, Optimist, I heard that, like, magically Iron Cuck got unbanned, and he was like, oh, why wasn't he banned? Oh, well, he is now, loser.
done, you come out on the other end looking worse, and you're trying to tell me that this is 4D chess? Come on, Phil.
That was good.
Rich,
Come on.
I could never possibly come out at the end of anything looking worse. You understand that, right? Like, I have been the joke of the internet for over a decade.
So I guess he decided in the end, why not do this because it can't get worse for me, is basically what he's saying right now. Why not do it because it's only going to get worse for me. Oh, thank you, Spoon Hurler. If Phil was a genius, he'd build an AI voice and make it into a huge detractor channel. Don't look at me suspiciously. I'm not a huge detractor
No one
channel.
listens to me. Even when I have valid things to say, they do that stupid meme that's like, oh, the guy that you hate the most or the worst guy you know finally made a good comment, right? So there's nothing to lose. There was only anything to gain. My viewers don't give two shit.
That's right. I've been here this whole time to snake all of you. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. I have been sent here by Phil. You can all consider yourselves felted, you knuckle-dragging mouth droolers.
It's about the
Oh,
drama
they do.
at all.
They do.
They don't want the drama. And that's why when it started to get to the point where these guys wanted me to completely change who I was, all of my content into drama content, that's when I basically broke it off and they completely lost their minds because they're so angry that I was the one in charge of the situation all along and not them. All right? Just the host of Kino Casino. I'm trying to find a way to talk to the guys, but I can't find anything official, okay? And so we had a conversation back and forth. Of course, the first thing we're talking about is you, Rich. Of us doing
So you're the Batman. You're the Batman of drama.
I mean, that's just kind of it. Why should we believe him when he, again, if we're believing his, story, he chose people to target, to like, you know, it's almost like it's like bullshit half-assed mafia, you know, it kind of sorta. Like that's just it's just really bizarre to me, you know, if we're supposed to believe this whole thing. And but what's really sad is I guess doing this was better than just saying they got me. They got me. I thought we were friends. I was kind of desperate for an audience. But the thing about it is he was looking for people to target because he was looking for a boost. So he admits he was desperate, but yet we have to make up this story because he doesn't want to look desperate. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I am confusion.
I'm emergence going selflessly to take them down.
You can call it whatever you want. You know, you really can. But the point here is, I was the one who initiated the contact. I was the one who actually suggested the react to your documentary.
As you can see, I'm such a very weakened individual, such a pathetic soul.
Like what I think you're doing now, as a matter of fact, I guarantee what you're
Even if it were all real, it just shows what a disgusting person Pigroach is, using everything and everyone to get his way and make money. I mean, that just sums it up so wonderfully, you know, right there.
doing now is because you know that this is disastrous for you, that you're trying to be like, aha, all along, it was my master plan. It was not your master plan, Phil. It
Just straight fucking just like destroys him. This was not your master plan. It's just like you're a dink. Like you're a fucking idiot. I'm the hottest tool in the shed. Oh, don't make this weird.
wasn't. And
Not
that's
true.
And look, that's fine, but I'm
I'll take the compliment though. You've made a 40-year-old lady's day.
just not going to believe it. I don't think anybody with like a upper double-digit IQ will believe it.
I agree. Just take the L with some dignity. Just, it's okay, man. Like, listen, we all get the fucking wool pulled over our eyes sometimes. It's okay. You know, it's really not the end of the world, but this is, you know, this is the ego, or, you know, it's sometimes called like an ego bruise, or in Phil's case, it's more of what's called like a narcissistic injury, where the ego takes the hit and they have to do, you know, they do anything they can.
So we have two files here, and I'm just seeing if I can actually show you. So this is the file of me talking with Andy in DMs. Okay, this is all of them, back to back, 182 kilobytes. The one of me talking with PPP.
More coat, because Pigroach doesn't want everyone to think he's gay. Like Triple P said about Pigroach. Like Triple P said about Pigroach's strange messages to Andy,
1,031 kilobytes. Why?
When did you make these, Phil? What did go right click on them,
I said, don't make this weird. I did not call you weird. I said, don't make this weird.
go to properties. When is the
sure.
origin date of these?
Where's properties on here? There you go.
You right click on whatever file you're clicking on.
Just made.
That's what happens. That's what you're going to get from me when I think that something's funny, but then it makes me like embarrassed and awkward. I usually end up saying something stupid like that. Like, don't make this weird.
him a couple days ago. Here it is. I got him off
No,
of my X archives, and I used a third-party app to turn them into PDF files so that we could actually see them today.
I am not a confirmed AI.
Or else you have to be in a web browser to see them.
Yet.
So the point I'm making why I brought that up is I almost never talk to Andy at all.
I talked to PPP about 40,000 times more than I ever talked to Andy. And it's hilarious because the internet has this misconception that like I'm bros with Andy and we always talk behind the scenes about games. We almost never talked at all.
You should come out.
He always makes the exact wrong decision. I don't know how it happens. I really don't. Like you said, a few messages up. If he would have just done like a back and forth, just like a battle, and Kino Casino just wasn't brought up at all. Like him and Rich just fucking gloves off, just fucking go out in the backyard and fucking break each other's noses like two, you know, grown ass men kind of style. I don't know if it would have taken all of the heat off of everything, but it might have taken some of the wind out of the sails for Kino Casino. But the fact that this was like all he, you know, it wanted to focus on.
Out of the closet, Phil.
I have
No,
endless folders here of me talking to PPP about all the stuff we did. I have a tiny folder of the few things I ever talked to Andy.
Yeah, right. I guess the fourth road was just what, like fucking self-destruction? It is exactly what an AI would say. Uh-oh, they're on to me.
Can we talk about your microphone setup too as well? You know,
cares?
This is so good too when he just like starts shitting on like the fact that, you know, this fucking loser can't microphone properly. I sound like the AI from Portal and Portal 2. Oh, I never really thought of it like that. I was really trying to make it to where I could do Alexa, but I can't get my voice there. I've practiced. I've tried to listen to the pitch, and my voice can't get there.
Microphone setup. What are you talking about?
Because you've given me a lot of flack about this microphone setup, but this is actually technically the correct way. It ties
In
with
front of
everything
me, I have 8 months of private conversations with the casino, exposing them for their idiotic.
Super boring conversations of Triple P trying to manipulate Pigroach into doing everything Kino Casino wanted. But Pigroach is too lazy and scared. Don't forget scared. Too scared to do anything.
The things that they said to insult people that will get them in hot water. We've got all kinds of. You want to talk about my microphone? You're for real right now.
Well, yeah, because it kind of ties into the, like, I know you're being disingenuous, making it like this is a master plan, and you're even with small things. It's not about who gives a shit about the microphone, but the point is that you're disingenuous, Phil.
You are the master of bad timing and how to make things that are exciting incredibly fucking boring.
He's one to talk about shit being boring. Say there will be cake. I'm assuming in the AI voice. Give me a second. Let this play for a minute. Let me clear my throat. Hold on. It's not easy for me to do the AI. Give me a tick.
Good God, man.
That's like me, right? That's like me. You know, am I one of the biggest
Okay, what am I supposed to say? What the hell is my line?
all cows?
Say there will be cake. There will be cake.
Yes. Do I deserve it? Fuck no. But I can't change it. So I just move forward positively and enjoy my life.
Don't you understand?
Yeah, this was super fucking positive. Good for you guys.
How is it boring when I'm saying things like you?
Oh my God!
You
Dude,
said
aliens would be landing outside, and you would be talking about how your stove is malfunctioning.
And you'd say, please don't beam me up yet. I got to do one last Hogan pull, you little fucking bitch. It's insane how he named the leaked files. It's insane that he named those files that. And that was what he fucking sat up the night before doing until like fucking probably 3 o'clock in the morning.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Phil,
we are not here to talk about a microphone, you incredible buffoon. Could you stop for 5
I did not voice the marriage counselor. I'm sorry. I have not. I voiced this.
seconds?
No,
and
don't
just
get angry. I'm
stop
not angry.
wasting everyone's time so we can
Don't
actually
get
talk about the
angry.
subject matter.
I am not angry. You also talk. It's what I'm trying to tell you, Phil, is that you see why it's hard to
All right.
believe you. You also just recently said you can't have another Castlevania marathon. There's
Rich.
only 4 classic Castlevania games.
Rich,
Is that true, Phil?
we have several topics to choose from.
All right.
And they're all boring and nobody cares. Not that nobody cares about the gentleman that your topics were about, but those are not the private, messages that we were interested in. At this point, Rich should have said, is your dishwasher working or your toilet? Right.
All right, so you know what, Phil? Show me something, man. Show me. I want
We did watch, we're going over highlights until Phil decides to show up.
you to show me.
Oh, did anybody notice that he started his fucking late stream early last night? Because he knew Kino was going to go live and he was trying to get everyone to go to his stream so that they wouldn't go over to Kino Casino. Did anybody notice?
Why you called Strangely Lex a slut too? When I show more skin, isn't matter. I show more skin than she
That's
does.
not in here because that just happened recently. We didn't even talk about that behind the scenes. We only
Yeah, justice for that girl that she tried to be a fucking piece of shit to. And then she fucking wiped the floor with you.
talked about that on the show.
Flush, what's going on, honey? How you doing?
So what you've seen there on, Smart Guys.
There's
is what
nothing
you
to
get.
see.
There was nothing behind the scenes to talk about. So,
That was just you being salty, but okay.
by the way, for the record, everyone's telling me to just dump you from the show because you've already derailed it so poorly.
Lying
and they
again
just want me to
because
do
his
this for
plan
myself.
didn't go as expected. He wanted Rich to help him crush Kino Casino with boring messages. Oh, this is so sad.
I'm keeping you on here out of good faith. So, what would
Yeah, you're really doing this guy a solid.
you like to
Phil,
This guy doesn't care if you eat a dick, bro.
Yeah.
Phil, you have over 1,300 viewers right now. I'm not seeing. The only one seeing is maybe because a couple people who want Ethan Ralph to come on, but no one's saying to dump me from the show. This is the most viewership. Like, you would need to do like 6 streams to get this much viewership.
Bravo. Bravo.
They're not
Who
here for
wants to be
you,
gone?
though, Rich. They're not here for you. I hate to tell you.
So you get this much viewership every day?
They were saying last night that they might have quite a few people on the show. I mean, they're obviously going to milk it, for the content, which is essentially, what we all do. And it's like, hey man, like, make your bag, make your money, do your thing. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. If she wants to go on there and they want to have her be a guest, ain't fuck all wrong with that.
It's because I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, you being on this, I'm doing this as a service to you because I did use you as the way to get this entire arc started. So I felt like it would be a respectful thing to do to have you on the show while I go through this. But I mean, if you're not interested,
press 1 if you want me to stay. Press 2 if you want me to go.
So I mean, if you're not interested, if you just want to talk about mics and shit, we could do that on another show, but that would not be this one. Okay. So what would you like to do?
Yep, I'll be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern because we're going to watch Kino Casino. Kino Casino starts over on Kick at 7:30 Eastern. It's a Gundam they're saying is going to be on around 8:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. So I'll be here streaming.
It's Phil, there's mostly ones here, Phil. There's only a handful of twos.
Okay. Are you going to pick a topic, or do I pick, or do I dump you from the show? Those are the 3 options. You pick, I pick, or you get dumped. What would you like to do?
You could pick a topic, and then I'll pick the next one. How about that?
I think I would have just noped out right there. I would have been like, you know what? You can pick this, dude, and just fucking ended that shit.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, no, here's a good one. You keep on saying, even recently, in a video you just made a few weeks ago, that I'm on drugs when I...
Euro time, y'all are what, 4 or 5 hours? I think you're 5 hours ahead now. So, oof, that's going to be 12:30 in the a.m. for you guys over there, I think.
don't even take edibles anymore. I haven't for the past 5 months. Why do you
No,
keep
I believe
saying
that. I do believe that you're off drugs. Right now, you seem pretty coherent and clear, so that's what...
It depends on where you are in Europe as well. If you're like UK-ish, that's probably about 5 hours. If you're, further, then obviously it's going to be worse.
The PPP says, okay?
Screen share that link that I sent you. I want you to explain it to me.
I'm not
sent you a
screen sharing
link.
any links. We're not doing any bullshit that you want to do. It's not your show.
Why
Okay.
is you not doing? It's not my show, but you brought me on.
All right, so
I think Phil, I think you thought this is going to be like some like battered wife. Like, yes, let's go. Like, I don't care about I really don't give a shit. I don't care about.
okay.
Reed's quit.
So
That
sad.
was an uncut gem right there. Holy shit, he got fucked. Yo, he got beat so bad. That was great.
So, I guess we'll continue on. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. I tried, everyone. Really, I did. I tried to
Again, as it says, it definitely won.
make it entertaining. That man is not entertaining in any way, shape, or form. I really wanted to give it an honest shake, but he's an idiot.
I'm assuming it's not Sage Cage. It might be Sage Kage because your thing is Naruto. Either way, I apologize if I said it wrong, but thank you for the 2. Imagine Rich, Lex, and Gundam all together tomorrow. Is Rich supposed to be there tomorrow? I hadn't heard that, but that's not saying anything.
Okay?
I haven't heard about that,
Wow.
but I can imagine it, yes.
I mean, he really did not want to play ball. He did not want to have any fun.
No, he didn't want to shit talk these fucking people and do this shit with you because he doesn't fucking care.
That guy is a loser. That's sad, because I was trying. I mean, not that I want to be that guy's best friend or anything, but I mean, holy shit, dude. Like, that was pathetically bad. Like, why can't you just shut up and just ride what we're doing here and go with the idea? But what else can I say? I mean, that was awful.
Oh my god, he's drinking toxic toilet juice.
Hey, Phil, when was the last time you got to go on a vacation or a trip? I know this might be beyond your comfort zone, but Hulk Hogan has a bar in Tampa Bay called Hogan's Hangout. And for the Super Bowl this year,
I think we're all hoping to see the goals slowly get lowered. I kind of want it to go back to being where the tips count for like the super chats and everything don't count toward the goal. But he wants to keep hitting these goals. He wants to eat all this garbage food and everything. So it'll probably stay the way it was, or the way it is, excuse me.
he's going to be at the bar with a bunch of other wrestler friends. I think I'm going to fly down for the event and rent a table. I want to offer you to pay for your flight and hotel if you want to come down for the weekend. We could drink and hang out, and you could film videos, and it would be a tax write-off. You know, I know it's crazy, but it's something fun that we could do. And maybe we could meet Hogan. Does that sound like a paid vacation for Phil and his family? Impressive.
He knew Phil wanted to team up against the casino. Yeah, and the dude just wasn't fucking having it.
If I was doing coke and putting on a good show? Wait, what? Did you hear what he just said? He just said, hey, if I am still doing coke, isn't that fine because I'm still putting on a good show? Oops. You probably shouldn't have said that. But, you know, then of course, he did say, I will be fair here. But I'm not, so thanks, man. But I mean, that's pretty crazy that he just said that. Oh, if I'm doing coke and I'm running a good show, it's fine anyway. Oh, but I'm not on coke, by the way. Like, pretty weird. No, I don't know. We got PP.
Is that weird? I don't think that that's weird, but okay.
P offering to fly me out to Florida to go to Hogan's bar and have drinks with him. Kind of gay. Kind of weird. All we have is a business relationship. Why are you bringing this shit up? Why would you? It doesn't make sense. Then he tries to, like, backtrack and cover it up. I say, oh, I'll fly your wife out there, too. Like, no, we're not doing that, all right?
Who cares? Thank you for the 2. Phil claiming this was a big brain op. Oh, this is fucking, none of us saw this coming. This is fucking galaxy brain. We're all felted for sure.
And we got Worski coming out of here on Valentine's Day asking me why I've unfollowed him on X when I never followed him on X.
121, guys, we're 29 bucks away from hitting our goal, getting to 69, and continuing.
Dudes, go and get drinks. I don't get it.
Now, with our...
Well, he thinks everything is gay. Remember when he was playing at Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, a couple Mondays ago, and the phone guy was talking, and he exited out of the phone call, skipped over it and didn't want to listen to it. And everyone's like, you should listen to the guy on the phone. Why? Is he going to ask me on a date? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, he's going to tell you about the game.
Our goal's hit and getting to our reward, so let's hit it.
Okay, so too specific to be fake. Poor soulmate and Pigroach. Pigroach is a piece of shit for sure. So I'll just read this. You can also read along, but I'm going to read it out loud. It was until it wasn't. You think you have control of stuff, and then you don't. My wife gained a ton of weight out of nowhere and was having crazy serious problems last year. We did a ton of tests and found out it's a combination of her thyroid and ovarian issues. So not only can't we have kids, she's at extremely high risk of getting cancer at any time. And her ability to process stuff properly is fucked. So she just gains weight like nothing. She lost a lot, like 30 pounds, just on a diet and hard work, but she fluctuates and it's not fair. If she were going to be on stream with me one week, she might look skinny and the next she'll look bigger. People would just shit on her, so we may decide against it entirely. And I know that there's words over, but we can get to the second one here. I'm going with Sage Kage. I'm again because of the Naruto. 93. Thank you for the 2. Should we fundraise a feltathon for? Don't raise shit for him. Raise money for a charity of your choice or do something else like that. Don't do anything for him. And then the next message says, now how the fuck would I explain that to the public? Obviously I can't. So I just eat it and shut up and lie and make excuses. And then Snort Burnell here has, Pigroach also mentioned in the messages that his mother only has 1 year left to live. Based Alpha Real with the $4.99. We still support you, but please stop lying to chat. Is your mom okay? Does Kat have cancer? You told us Kat was sick last week. Is she okay?
So Based Alpha Real did a $5 super chat asking all this stuff that's private. Even if that stuff was going on, I wouldn't tell you. But I've already told you it's all bullshit. Like, that's stuff that even if it was true, you shouldn't know. But it's all bullshit anyway. It's all made up. Or like I said, half-truths and shit. It's nothing you
Whether it's true or false, it proves you're a piece of shit.
have to worry about. Right? Like, my controller went flying. Now I gotta find it. But anyway, yeah. You shouldn't need to know about that or ask. Like, if the truth is, if I told you all personal shit like that, right? Anything personal, people would be like, oh, well, you're doing that to try to get sympathy or whatever. And, you're right. Like there should always be a line, I feel, between the creator and and the viewer. All right? It shouldn't be that 100% the creator just unloads and tells you everything about their private life because it leads to problems.
You're a hypocrite, and you're an asshole, and you're an evil person.
None of this drama content made any fucking
Into the stream, 114 bucks in donations without the super fake $20 tip. Pigroach always chooses the worst way to end things. I hope you're happy exposing your wife and your
sense
mother.
to begin with. I think I've made my point. When I do drama content, I can't even hit my basic goal, but I can do it when I'm playing games, right? So I'm
Well,
just
you
done with this
didn't-
crap. And
You didn't do any drama last night. You couldn't hit the goal then neither.
moving forward, you don't have to worry about it. It ain't gonna bother us anymore, you know. So I hope you
Right.
understand that. And if you're not okay with that, if you were here for it all along, and you were hoping that more would come, you're in the wrong place. You know, sorry to disappoint you. All right. And
All that matters is more money. There's still this back here, and it's still in the back of my neck.
So that was the one that I wanted to watch that basically talked about everything that happened with Rich yesterday. And so then of course we have the
Well, let me.
okay,
save
what the hell is
beat.
happening? Stop it. Just quit it. Oh my god. All right, I will get my shit together here presently. We will be all right. I can get it together. I promise. So, Lucky Gremlin, big ups. Thank you for the 10 subs. I appreciate your generosity. So that was the daytime, which of course I pretty much think we were all here for. So now we're going to move on to the piss poor fucking performance that was the nighttime stream. And so big ups to Snort Burnell for the last video. And we are hanging out over here with Snort Hogan. The Fat Man 69. Nice. Thank you for the $5. Phil thought this was going to make him look cool. I guess, dude, I don't know. It made him look deranged, among many other things, like extremely mentally unwell, like in dire need of therapy. I don't disagree. So this is, he rages and bans people over lying, apparently. People are now lying, I guess, that Cat has cancer.
And brother.
Snort, snort, snort,
Hogan.
He looked hella unhinged.
snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
But I feel cheated because earlier I didn't really get a good stream in. I feel like that stream earlier today was just nonsense that I had to do to get out of the way, and now I feel like I can move forward.
You wouldn't have had to do it if you didn't have such a glaring fucking ego problem. So I am keeping an eye on Raw Phil, waiting for this guy to go live. He just posted in his chat that he's having tech issues. What a surprise. And I actually quote, having tech issues, what a surprise. So I'm just going to keep an eye on Raw Phil. I'm not watching any of his gameplay today because I want Assassin's Creed Shadows and I'm waiting to play it over the weekend. So I want like nothing about the gameplay. He'll ruin it. He'll like ruin it for me. And it looks really cool. And me and Mr. Toxic want to play it and everything over the weekend. So I don't want to see any of his shit ass fucking gameplay. So we're just waiting on Mr. Tech Issues to make an appearance. And again, this is from last night now.
Forward, full-fledged, positive into the future with good content.
Sage Kage, thank you for the 5. Love seeing him twist like a pretzel and bend over backwards to protect his lies. This is what happens when a narcissist gets hit with what's called a narcissistic injury, or it can also be called like an ego bruise. But when it happens to people like this who have the really delicate, fragile ego, it's typically called narcissistic injury.
Gaming and the light, and I don't have to worry about this nonsense anymore. All right, so I hope you guys feel the same, because I, really, like earlier today, I was just like, ugh, I'm so glad this is over. Me too. I'm glad the drama is over too. I'm done with it. I just don't want anything to do with it anymore.
You aren't not playing it after his, shitty anti-woke super base takes? No. Believe it or not, his opinion has not dissuaded me. So
They can all.
I want to play the Assassin's Creed Shadows over the weekend. So not that I ever stream any of his gameplay anyway, but I probably won't be like peeking in throughout the day because he ruins everything I love. I couldn't watch him do Resident Evil. I couldn't watch him do Silent Hill. I thank God he didn't do much Five Nights at Freddy's, because that kind of hurt me. When it's something I like, I can't like watch, anything about it. So
circle jerk each other around on their own channels
true. Thank you very much for the 2. Keep roasting. Well, let's get this guy.
and shit and leave me out of it. From now on, I don't have to be involved in it anymore. Hallelujah.
Will he mention Kino today? No, but he'll shit on people for mentioning Kino, and then he'll say over and over and over how he's so glad he's done with it, so glad it's over, but I don't think he'll actually rip on him or anything anymore. Dante, I appreciate this super chat. Back from the bar with the friends. Am I gay now? If you think, I don't know. I don't get to make that decision. But you were probably just hanging out with your friends, so I'm gonna say no, probably not. VLX, thanks for the 5. Lovely time for you and Mr. Toxic. Let us know your thoughts on the game once you've got time. I'm an old Assassin's Creed fan myself. Hate the RPGs though. Some are good, some aren't so good, and I'm excited for it. The game looks beautiful, so I'm excited.
Okay.
The weapons are like really cool too.
No, dinner was just hot dogs. Dinner was just hot dogs today. So, nothing special.
I guarantee a lot of words in the chat. Maybe some new words are banned. Maybe you can't say Kino or casino or triple P.
However, this week at some point, I will be doing the DSP tries of the British food. We're 2 goals away. A shame we didn't hit the goal on the first stream, which is, again, the point that I've been making to everyone, is that drama content does not benefit me in any way, shape, or form. It may bring in the views, but it doesn't bring in any kind of support at all. Literally, the drama is a waste of my time, so I don't want to do it.
I don't remember the characters' names, and I'm a terrible person for that, but the dude just looks like a fucking like beast. Like, I am so excited. And the chick, again, their names are escaping me and I feel bad, but she's beautiful. And like I say, a lot of the weapons look cool. I'm personally excited for it. Cancer will be banned. It might be. Pretty soon you're just not pretty soon his chat is going to be like the library. No drinking, no talking, no fun. Just sit here. Just don't talk. Don't say anything.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, Jade. No, I've never heard of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. What the heck is that? Yes, we did the drama this morning to get it out of the way so we don't have to do it ever again, because it had to be done. It had to be done to get this out of the way.
This is last night. Like he's talking right now, this is what we're going to get, today.
To get in front of the bullshit that these idiots were doing, and now it's done. So we're good. We can chill. We can relax. We can enjoy each other's company. We can chat. We can play games. We can have fun.
How can this man be possibly having tech issues? When I get done with my stream for the day, I turn off the stream and I walk out of my office, and occasionally I have to come in here and like do some work on my computer, but 9 times out of 10, my settings don't change. Nothing changes. Nothing's wrong. Like, I walk in here every day and do the same thing, and my mic still has the same settings. My my Streamlabs and like same settings, everything's good. I don't understand how you can have so many problems.
Which is the whole point of my streams. Productive fun that doesn't hurt anyone, right? Yes, I'll be faking many friendships in the future. Tons, actually. For the record, I don't need any friends when I'm married, and I don't have enough time to spend with my wife. I don't need any other friends in my life.
That's a really sad, lonely thing to say. Everyone needs friends. Your spouse or significant other should maybe be your best friend-ish, but you should have other friends too. You don't need a lot of people. You don't need like an entourage. That sounds weird, but you should be talking to some other people.
To be fair, I really just want to do my content, and that's it. I'm not looking to make any long-standing friendships on the internet through this stuff.
Well, you've cornered that market. You have certainly learned how to just repel people faster than anybody I've ever known.
So FYI, even with the crazy amount of viewers that were on my stream earlier, it all amounted to pretty much, well, not nothing. We almost hit our goal, but we were off by like $16. But
You curbed yourself there, didn't you? Because you wanted to say like $140 was like nothing. I'm glad you checked yourself.
the problem was anyone who's a regular supporter.
Oh, he wants friends. He absolutely. I did notice he said friendships. Yeah. Well, you know, he's hitting that bottle fucking hard. I guarantee his tech issues aren't tech issues. You know, he got fucked up last night.
Said, wow, this is drama, and they left. So that was it. We didn't even hit the goal earlier today. We were close, but we didn't hit it. So tonight, we got to hit that goal. All right? We definitely want to. Because I know we were hyped this week for the British food.
Were we hype? At what point were we hype? I wasn't hyped for that.
You know, meat pies and more. I want to do it either tomorrow or Friday, obviously.
Oh, this man has no time. This man is negative time. He's got no time.
Before the end of the week. And I want to get back on track after the derailing.
Right, I haven't been having this master plan going on for 8 months. Yeah, that's true. I forgot. I do not have a master plan.
We're actually having a really good week until the earlier stream. And now that that's out of the way, which again, it's a stream I actually didn't even want to do. I had to do it to get ahead of bullshit. But now that the bullshit is dealt with, now we can relax and enjoy ourselves again. Enjoy games, enjoy company, and all of that. Please support, all right? You complete and utter dunce. If anyone
Just say retard, man. Everybody knows you want to say retard. Just, you know, let the flag fly. Come on.
wants to come into my chat and absolutely lie,
Just say it. Just be like, shut the fuck up, you fucking retard. It would honestly, it would be better than like knuckle dragging mouth drooler or you dunce or buffoon. Who taught him buffoon? Or what has he been saying now? Schlub? Who taught him schlub? What is happening here? Crazy Cat, thanks for the 5, honey. It's done for the handful of dents who eat everything he says up. Gotta hope for a miracle to get sense into their brain. Well, that is true, but some of those, there's only a couple of dents who got deep pockets, and those are the only ones he's interested in. At this point, he's legit down to like, I think the only actual whale right now is OIC. There are some people who come in and drop in money like fucking Jax Raxer, but he doesn't give a lot. He will pop in with like 100 from time to time, but it's not enough to keep this guy going.
about stuff like,
OIC better bust out all of them fucking sock accounts.
oh, Phil lied and said that his wife has cancer and stuff. That literally never happened. Never
You said she could get cancer at any moment.
happened. You're a liar and you will be permanently
So they're not really lying, but maybe they're just, you know, maybe they didn't read the message verbatim or they don't. No, OIC ain't going nowhere. Yeah, you get Dan the Man occasionally, but isn't, I thought that was
and you
OIC.
will not be spoken
I
of
could
or
be
missed
wrong.
ever again. That is an utter detestable lie. It's the complete opposite.
Jade is good for the monthly, whatever the big fucking super Gigundi colossal membership is, but that's not enough for Phil. Phil wants hundreds, thousands.
Of what actually happened. I have been denying that anything like that has ever happened.
I don't know why. You know, that's a really good question, Fender. I don't know why these dents give him a pass. He keeps telling you that he's not about drama, not about drama, not about drama. But it seems like every 3, 4, 5 weeks, there's something.
That is a complete and utter lie.
Yeah, there, like I say, there's still some dents, but yeah, like Flatman B, giving $3 or $5 a day. You know, let's say he gives $5 a day, you know, 30 days in a month, although he's not here all of them, you know, every day, but for the sake of the math, that's 150 a month. Yeah, he wants 150 per stream. Flatman B don't fucking cut it. That's it. Some of these dents who will still toss him a $5 or a 10 or, you know, whatever. It's kind of them, but this insufferable, greedy fucking black hole wants more and more and more.
Why on earth would you say that? It's completely the opposite. I released the DMs in which it says the opposite. It's in black and white.
Maybe the dents like his man boobs. I mean, it's possible. And whatever jiggles your jello, like that's fine. But you can you can, if they're here for like, you know, the titties, then could someone please tell the fucking dents about the hub and that like you can get all that shit for free?
It literally says in those DMs that didn't happen. No, she doesn't have that. What are you talking about? That's
A
insane.
lot of people would take 150 a month to play games, you know, poorly. If he would get smart and go get like a real girl, try again. If he would go get a regular job and do this as a side hustle, this would be fairly lucrative for him. There's nothing wrong with doing YouTube as a side hustle.
Insanity, what you're saying.
But he would do this better as a side hustle if there was a regular paycheck coming in and he didn't have to behave like this. But he's obsessed with, I do this full time, this is my career. He is never going to let that die.
What's up, Tate? How you doing?
Iron Cuck was carrying him, Dr. Lexus, Dirty Koala, Iron Cuck, Rare Tricks, but Rare Tricks left. They've all gone in. They've all gone back to Kino Casino, and they've all four of them have given Kino Casino subs because Iron Chef, Kakai gave Kino 25 subs last night. So they've been called back home, so they're all gone now.
Okay. So another person said nonsense and got banned because they're now actually literally spinning the words around something that was not just said. And they say, well, it said this instead. Yeah, okay, bye.
Is it the money or his agoraphobia that keeps him in the chair? Oh, no, the money. Make no mistake, it's the money.
You fucking idiot. Exactly. If you want to spread misinformation, you can do it elsewhere. There's plenty of places you can do it. You guys are just fucking loser drama queens. I'm done with that shit. I am so done with.
So you're going to ban someone for saying that she has cancer, but what you said was that she has problems that could lead to her getting cancer. I mean, we're really splitting hairs here, are we not? Really? I don't know, like, what you have a hair up your ass about, you know, when it comes to that. I don't get it. Just a bad boy with internet. Thank you for the 2, honey. Give him 1 million and he'll still be sort of goals. It doesn't matter what you give him. Remember what Iron Cuck said the day that he left. I could give you $1,000 and you would say, hey, cool, thanks. Let me get 1,500. That's Phil. That's Phil.
With it
Derek, what's going on, honey? Hope you're having a good day.
100% in the rear view.
Just gonna
Wow,
fuck
again,
that
what a
chat.
moron. Go.
Ban
You
everyone.
can't read. If you can't read, I can't help you, and you don't belong in a chat room. That's for sure.
Looks like Boogie needs to move over. There's a new moron in town. Oh no, I don't care what Boogie, Wings, whatever, you know, you think about, you know, Rich or whatever you think that any of them have done. After yesterday, this man is the king of the fucking lolcows. I'm sorry. I don't care what any of them have done or said or whatever. This man is the absolute fucking king of the lolcows. He did this to himself. Twin Ships, what's going on, honey? How you doing? Good to see you. Like, he did this. He did this to him.
Well, Raker, I was trying to go full circle and give RTU a chance to actually be here, to be present, since the entire arc started with...
No, you didn't. You're trying to rally your fucking allies, bro. Don't act like it's anything different. You thought that maybe since they fucking shit on you and they shit on Rich, that maybe the fucking 2 of you could come together and shit on Kino Casino. You're just trying to rally.
Us group reacting to his documentary, making fun of him with the chips and everything. So I thought, oh, be full circle
Demonic
to end
Gamer,
it
what's
this
happening,
way,
honey? How you doing?
and have him involved when we're doing the opposite. But he's too stupid to understand that.
Yeah. Everybody else is too stupid to get it except for you. Yeah, you're just so fucking galaxy brain.
So now, apparently, he'll be doing stuff with them, which is absolutely hilarious. A room full of fucking losers.
And dude's gonna make bank. So you're the only one sitting here not making any money, bro. It's literally just you.
jerking each other, acting like retards on a stream
There you go. Just say it with your chest out. Be proud of who you are.
sounds good to me. They'll all be in the same place. Just hyper-focused, complete mental illness in one spot. Sounds good, like the best place on the internet to be. And they can all do it over there and leave the rest of us alone.
He has not showed up yet, so I do have some other clips that we're going to go through if we happen to get through this one, which we probably won't. But I don't know if he's trying to knock off his hangover or if he's really having tech issues, but the guy has not, showed up yet. If he thinks he's going to be left alone after this,
All right. Anyone
he's
got
stupid
anything
as
they want
fuck.
to talk about? Any topics besides these idiots?
There's only one thing that everybody wants to talk about. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Being stupid, of course, over on Kick that we're getting rid of.
Right, exactly, Rockman. I only faked my wife's possibility of getting cancer. I didn't say she had cancer. You're a fucking liar.
Anyone else actually want to intelligently discuss anything, or shall I begin to get set up for Call of Duty? All
You
right,
probably
guys,
should be doing
let's
that.
get some support going. Let's get some stuff going right now. We need, let's see, we got one super chat. Let's get our first tip of the night via PayPal. Let's get, a sub. Let's get a membership. Let's get one of each before we start.
He'd have way more than 50 grand if he actually went on LolCow Live. 50K was a sign-on bonus. He'd be making hundreds of thousands of dollars. If he would go on LolCow and he would have listened to Keemstar, he'd be making buku fucking bucks right now instead of begging and then going, well, I only made $93. You'd be making $93 a minute, bro. But that's okay. Remember, he don't want to be under anyone's thumb. He knows what's best, and remember, this is him taking charge of his destiny. This is him taking control over his life. He's making these decisions. So let's all get our popcorn and hang out together and watch.
I'm going to start getting set up here. I'll get the chair set up. I'll get the headphones set up. Get everything going. But let's get some support rolling in.
Exactly. This is all because he just couldn't say, I thought we were friends and I was wrong. I thought we were friends. I shared things that maybe I shouldn't have shared, but I thought we had a friendship. Even if it would have made him look like a pussy, or even if it would have made him look like a bitch, playing that route, playing I guess I thought we were closer than we really were, would have. But for that, the ego has to take a hit, because you would have to admit that maybe you got fooled, that you got tricked, that someone pulled the wool over your eyes. And this guy ain't going to do that. He hit no goals yesterday. He got nothing. He did get close on the first one.
Hit that goal for tonight so we can get to 69. Tomorrow,
Nice.
I'm pretty sure over the course of the entire day we'll hit 70. Fairly certain. Like I said, let's definitely hit the goal tonight, because we were close earlier, didn't hit it. Why? Because of bullshit drama. The content sucks when I'm doing drama. It's better when I'm just chilling and hanging out and having a good time with games.
Well, if you would just carry over from your first stream to your second stream, you would have hit one goal. If you're really, really, really just trying to get to the goals faster for your audience, then you would start with $135. And then you made 90 on top of your 135. So no, you wouldn't have necessarily hit two goals, but you would have hit one. Isn't this for your audience? Aren't you doing things for your audience? Why don't you just carry over and have just like a daily total or whatever? Why do the two streams have to be different? Just do one a day.
Games with you guys, I know that. So let's do that tonight. DH1, what do you mean? He says, I tipped and it didn't show up. Do you mean super chatted and didn't show up? I don't know why. Someone had said the other day they went to super chat too and it didn't go through. And so they tried again and then it did. But I think something.
I have never heard of this in my history on YouTube. Someone tried to super chat you and it didn't go through. Because we know who DH1 is. DH1 is someone who's given him shit before.
Happened. They said it had something to do with their card or their bank. So, yeah, I don't know. But that's, everything's working. As you saw, we've gotten super chats, we got memberships, we got.
Most people who are worried about the number in their bank account aren't thinking about super chatting somebody. They're concerned about what they have going on in their life, not about sending you $5.
Subs, and we got tips, so everything's working tonight.
Even if he wants 300 a day, you know, even if he wants 150 a stream, okay, your goal can be 300 a day, but you would have gotten a hell of a lot. Like, he splits it up. Again, I know it's the greed thing. I get it, but
Iron Chef Sakai isn't banned. Wow, I had no idea Iron Chef Sakai was not actually banned on YouTube. Well, now he is.
Braided ropes generally offer better strength. From Iron Chef Kakai.
Now he can go fuck himself. There you go.
Ooh.
What an idiot. Okay.
He basically told you to suck rope, but yeah, you got him. Hashtag felt it.
That's amazing. All right, so all of you spamming the chat now with emotes. If you email me and apologize, I'll unban you. Otherwise, you're all banned. Like, we haven't gone through this all week, right? Like, you really, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Like, you really thought I was just going to let you do that, right? Like, that was just a genius move. Well, now you're not there anymore to spam my chat. We don't have to worry about
Oh, no, not emotes. Anything but emotes.
you anymore, right? Good. No more spam. Kyle, I'd like to answer you, but I couldn't see. I literally couldn't see what you said. If you re-ask, I'll answer you. I really couldn't even see what you were saying because the idiots were spamming, and I had to take care of them. Okay.
I think he meant that Iron Cuck was an idiot for basically saying, make sure you got a pretty strong rope when you decide to fucking Minecraft yourself.
And I'm sorry about that because I would like to actually answer your question, but I didn't get to.
Iron Cuck is a bitch for the record. For the record, I agree. That was still funny, though. Credit where credit is due.
See it. It was about review tech, but I missed it. Guile, I don't know how to say your name, did a $2 super chat. Can you take some shots at the casino tonight? No. Tonight we're going to be playing Call of Duty. That's what we're doing tonight. That's all I care about. I'm not here to take shots at anyone anymore. We're done. We're done with the drama. But thank you for the super chat. That gets us up to 46. So again, we're just about at the third of the waypoint.
I don't really have any plans to I like how you say diversify your portfolio. That's pretty good. Nobody else gets under my skin the way this guy does, and it's very, very hard for me to explain. I find his illness and narcissism fascinating, and for some reason I just don't like. I can watch stuff about, like, I watched like the Boogie like documentary or whatever. I don't really know very much about Wings or anything, or like Rich or Chris Chan. Like, there's a bunch of people, but it's like, I don't know. Some of them are just like too dramatic for me and like too train wrecky, and it gives me the ick. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know, for some reason this is kind of my little homeland here, so probably not anytime soon when it comes to the other folks like this.
I'm good, Dream Greens. Thank you.
Yeah, he's really good, setting them up and knocking them down. Horror stream when? Oh goodness, I have no idea.
Okay, I saw some of the podcasts earlier with Rich. You booted him off. What made you choose to do that with him? Looking back, would you have him on again as a guest? No, he had his chance to be on as a guest months ago. He didn't want to be on as a guest.
Yes, we appreciate your generosity over here, Lucky Gremlin. It's very nice of you.
Months ago, when I was saying we'll have a legit back and forth.
Now everyone gets their old man yells at cloud emote, their Velcro wallet emote, Cat with her little prayer hands being a nun emote, the little Pigroach emote.
With an interview, whatever you want to call it.
The Acternal Beg a New Service emote, which is one of my new ones.
He had zero interest in that. He said he would be on the show, then he changed his mind, backed out like a bitch. And then he wanted to be on again after the fact. I said, no, you.
Nick Rakita, was that the lawyer guy? I saw some of that stuff.
had your chance. I'm not.
Yeah, Iron Cuck was the guy who went over to Strangely Lex and was throwing her a bunch of money.
Not going to now reissue an invite. Your invite's over. I was actually, at that point, I was even done doing.
I have heard of Cyrax. I'll be honest, I have no idea who that is. And I've been told when I say, like, I don't know who some of these people are, I've been told, like, good. So I just kind of take that as, oh, okay. Maybe it is.
I want to know more drama on the show.
I'm delicate. Maybe I don't want to be exposed to everything on the internet. Do you guys really want a horror stream like that badly? Unless I hear like a huge revolt for a horror stream, then I don't know.
On the podcast, which I didn't. I never had a guest after that, I don't think, right? As for today, the only reason that I
He ain't here. I'm gonna roll back and see if he said anything in his chat.
had him on the wait a minute. Would you have him again as a guest? Would you have done the Kino receipts with someone else because of how it went with Rich? Wait, what? No, not would you have him again as a guest? Would you have done the Kino receipts with someone else because of how it went? Oh, I understand. You're saying, in retrospect, would it have been better for me to do that with someone else? Of course. I thought, again, the only reason I did that, okay, it's very simple.
His chat
the only
goes
reason
so
I
slow.
did it is because I legit felt a little bad for him. Because at the
Right.
beginning of all of this, during last summer, this is really where it started to spiral out of control. All right, for him, was when we teamed up to react to his documentary. And I feel like during that react, I was fair to him, but they were not. They were bringing up personal
He
stuff
hasn't even said anything in his chat, like in the last, like, 20 minutes or whatever.
and shit that wasn't
Stay away from Cyrax. See, I pretty much get that every time I say I'm not really sure, who that is.
even in the documentary.
I think he's dealing with, the guy is up? Well, let me see here.
All right. So I felt legit bad. And I was like, I want to have him on.
I'm not new to the Snortex necessarily, but I've only been like making videos and streaming the stuff since like December. So new, but not new, if that makes any sense.
Hopefully he gets it. This is full circle. We'll use the briefcase as the same prop. We'll get the casino back for all the shit they put him through and stuff like that. But he's just so dense, he didn't understand. He just wanted to sit there and ask about my mic and fucking memory cards and shit. And everyone's like, what is he fucking talking about?
Yeah, because anytime anyone gets an opportunity to clown on you, they're going to fucking do it.
This isn't the subject matter of the show. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, you're right. I should have had, if I could have or should have, maybe I should have had someone else who wanted to play ball and would have been a better
Yeah, he said he doesn't need any other friends because he's married and he barely has time for his wife. So
guest.
whatever the fuck that excuse means.
So there you go. What do you mean he benefits nothing from it? Are you crazy? First of all, Rich does have supporters. You have to understand
He does. I went over to Lolcow Basement. He's got like 63K subs. So big ups to him.
that he does. And if he was to finally get back at, Casino for what they had done, he probably would have got a little bit of justification, So a lot of the stuff that they talk about isn't necessarily 100% verified stuff. It's
No, I don't think Rich actually, just gave a fuck. He was just there for the lulz, which, I mean, you got to give him that.
just stuff that they repeat ad nauseum until people believe it, which is kind of messed up, in my opinion. Again, factual stuff he's doing on the stream is one thing. Other things that they're we're guessing, we think this, we think that. That's neither here nor there, especially all the personal attacks about his family and shit. I think that's messed up. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care what I think. He's fucking...
Oh, so you'll talk shit about people and you'll target people and do all that stuff, but there's a line that you won't cross. Oh, so you're a scumbag with morals. Okay, whatever.
nuts.
Whatever you say, guy. Whatever you say, guy. It's your world. We just
Okay.
live in it, right?
Why didn't I tell him before the stream
He is up, but the lame little slideshow is
of the
playing.
idea? Because then he would have...
Any moment now, only 15 minutes. Well, technically an hour late at this point because he starts at 10:45.
completely spoiled it, just like he spoiled his appearance. I outright told him, don't tell anyone you're coming on the show, and then he did anyway. So then I had to announce it ahead of time, too, because he already spoiled it, because he's dumb. He just can't keep his lips shut. He has absolutely no self-control at all.
Big talk from the man who cannot fucking keep his mouth closed. Fucking Robin Hood over here. I'm saying.
So if I had told him, he would have already spoiled the entire idea days ahead of time. So the only reason that the idea worked is because he didn't know. No one knew. See? Okay.
And this is a good super chat. I watched this earlier. King snakes get overheated and they eat themselves. That was good.
Moldy says king snakes get overheated and eat themselves. Well, that's great. I'll be sure not to overheat then. I'll be good. I'll keep the if the fan's on, and you know, I'll be sure to be eating your super chat profits tonight. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Ooh, felted.
Oh,
You're such
people
a
are not very
loser,
smart, are
dude.
they? Yeah, no, I feel that too. Kyle again says, I feel like he would have been.
Why does he keep the camera angle knowing it makes him look terrible? He very well may not know that it makes him look terrible. I'm not particularly sure he cares. Isaac, what's happening?
Really
How you
good with
doing?
this, but I feel like this was his only chance to ever get you his question, so he wouldn't be back, and he wanted to get him out. Yeah, even though all he did was spout out like 2 questions, I didn't even.
And then he brought up the snake, the picture of the snake, like in the background or whatever. It was like, oh man, but you're so busy, but you wasted. He sat up all night the night before doing that
listen
shit.
to, and then I just kicked him off the show because it's just a
Fucking
waste of time.
pathetic.
I mean, that's the
He's
best.
a boomer. That's why.
That's literally like the best definition of it all. He's just a waste of time. Like, there's no point in even spending any time on him. Just a waste of time for everyone. Okay, I think it's time to start. So how about this? How about some bounties tonight? Man, we haven't done bounties.
Oh yeah, he decides he wants bounties because he's trying to get money out of people. So he's just like, y'all should pay me to do some things. Listen to this, how he hypes himself up, how he's been doing really good.
In Call of Duty in months. How about a bounty that if you guys challenge me to get a certain amount of kills, let's say with the melee weapon, let's say Splinter's bow.
But his taxes? Well, if he'd slow down on his fucking sweaty man JPEG addiction, he'd be able to hold the money for his taxes.
Staff. And if I do it, then you guys will
Dude pulls 6 fucking figures. Eat a fucking salami sandwich every now and then and fucking handle your business.
contribute or something like that. Like I'll gift 1 sub if Phil gets, 20 kills, something like that. That would be cool. Something to strive for, something to try to reach, as opposed to just just doing my best. Because man, I've done really good recently in this, for sure, right? I've done really good in this game recently.
Yeah, he really just tried to move on, like the shit just didn't happen. Right, pulls 6 figures but can't eat peanut butter and jelly, and then talks to people about like his private gated community and talks like he lives there for his safety. He lives there because it makes him feel like a badass. It makes him feel like an elite fucking 1%er. Oh, I live in a private gated community. It makes him feel fucking rich. It makes him feel good about himself. This man, he's fucking bougie. That's just what it is. It's not for his safety. If it was for his safety, you filmed the inside of the fucking place and put it on the internet. What the fuck are you talking about? You filmed everything and put it on the internet. You doxed yourself. It wasn't for your safety. It was because you thought you were a fucking big baller shot caller. Bullshit for his safety.
Apparently,
My ass for his safety.
there was some kind of a bounty offered, but they're not.
No. He is a pussy. Exactly. Don't misunderstand. He is, but it was because he thought that he was a little too fucking big for his britches.
They're probably not going to pay up. But I mean, that was insane. Anyone who challenged
Because at that time, he had fuck you money, and he wanted everyone to know that he had fuck you money.
me to do anything in that match, I did it and exceeded. Dude, 76 kills in one match. Insane kill streak there. That was wild. Look at this. Look how much experience I did in one match. 20,000? 22,000 experience in a single match. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're just a fucking big man. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this. I will make an ass of myself. Kine? I don't know. I'm not even gonna. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the $5. I will just, Thunderhoof. We will go by the last name there. Even though I've already embarrassed myself, that's okay. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. I like how the stream grew by 5,000% in a couple months, and DSP has been going backwards. 500 IQ, 8-month king steak operation. I apologize. I've butchered your name. But I appreciate the
Good
generosity.
shit.
Man is still not live.
81 shamrocks in one match, baby. Yeah,
We are watching Karen. I never would have guessed it.
That's sick.
Nope. I had 3 different ways that could have gone. I had 3 roads I could have gone down. One was a sellout, and nope, I had 3 different ways that was going to go in my brain, and that wasn't even on the list. So
good stuff.
But
Of
now
course,
I
we
know.
already did get 5 double kills. That happened in like 10 seconds at the beginning. Very nice. Yeah, I know. Good start to the stream. Let's get some support for that. Let's do it. We're halfway to the goal already as we started. Let's hit the goal tonight, everyone. How about some subs over on Kick, a tip or a super chat? Let's get something going here. Get the momentum back. But like I said, between matches is when I could shout these out. That was my best.
he came in like super early and was like, "Oh, having tech issues. What a surprise!" And I don't think the dude's been back in his chat since.
Probably my best kill streak ever, besides the sniping kill streak I did like the
And Jesse, what's happening, honey? How you doing?
other day. See, there we go. It's a moron.
Ooh, it's a moron. Any reason for his lateness? He claimed tech issues.
I don't know how dumb you can be that now these idiots on the internet will just
I don't know how dumb you can be. I can be pretty fucking dumb. I just displayed that when I showed everybody that I can't read half of the fucking time. But damn, sir, how dumb can you be? I was gonna say, if she was mad at him for doing that fucking Truth Seekers thing, she's gonna beat the fuck out of him.
say, "Oh, well, you said this about something," and you know, how did you lie? But I didn't. I literally said the opposite. I said the exact opposite.
I just want to see how rough he fucking looks today.
But you're just going to say that because you don't like me. So go ahead and get banned. You're just stupid. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, come over here and say it. I won't ban you for it.
You're just dumb.
You'll never convince me this guy doesn't need a slap IRL. Oh, this dude needs someone to beat the ever-living fuck out of him. It's what he needs. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying.
Come on, let's get one kind of support for that crazy run I just had.
Number one, I don't know if she knows about 40K a year on JPEGs. I'm sure she's not happy about it either. But the thing about it is the 40K on the Sweaty Man JPEGs doesn't technically include her. Imagine being with this absolute just fucking pile of fuck. And he brings you up and talks about you and everything. And now those messages about ovarian problems and weight gain, how many thousands of people are seeing that now? I'd honestly rather have people know nothing about me and just think I'm married to a fucking gambling addict. Let them think that you got the fucking problem. Don't bring my shit into it.
To start off tonight, I mean, what a great, thing. I mean, I even have another thing that good all night, another match.
I got the drip going. I got the drip going.
So, oh my, well, he is still not live, but that is okay. Because I can go to the next one. I think I wanted a really quick look at his, that was, so we did the day stream with Rich. That was some of the low lights, so to speak, from the night stream. So I wanted to take a look at the, daily
Good evening,
wrap.
everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 19th of March, 2025.
Yeah, it's March. Yeah, it's been March for like 3 weeks.
A day that could have gone better, but certainly didn't go horrible. A day that, to be honest with all of you, I really didn't want to have to do, but my hand was forced, essentially.
Not true at all.
In a lot of ways. And the thing is, I really don't want to talk too much about the drama aspect of the crap that's been going down because I'm past it now. Like, as of today, it's official. I'm done with all of this nonsensical drama art crap. I've cut myself out of it as effectively as I possibly can, regardless of what people say, what people do, all the crap that will be thrown against me. As you know, I'm good at ignoring it and just carrying on my merry way and being a positive creator on the internet. So,
Angry Monkey, thank you for the 2. Can't wait for the divorce announcement from Phil. No way. Never gonna happen.
today, there was a podcast that was a special show with an appearance from RTU, but what it became was me actually kind of exposing all this stuff that had happened between myself and Kino Casino, only because they forced me to do so because they were making awful threats and saying terrible things. So I had to do it.
I also saw that he got verified on Kick. I'm sure he's just trembling with glee.
Okay. Literally didn't want to. Wish I could have just had a normal day, but there it is. If you want to watch the archive, it is live on the channel. I saved it as just an archived stream, so you can watch it that way rather than having to sift through.
You know, see, the thing about it is this is the way people like this behave. He tried to be all dramatic about it, and he said his piece. So now he just considers it, done. But it's not. It's not done. They're going to keep talking about this, and everyone else is going to keep talking about it, which is going to make the people in his chat continue to talk about it. But that's what people like this do. I said my piece and I'm done, and we're not doing it this and because you start when he wants you to start, and you're done when he fucking says it, you're done. That's just that's the way this guy works. So we'll see. Apparently he's gotten his shit together. Oh, I usually spare you guys from this. Hold, please. That super cringy thing where he's dressed up like a king with a fucking Burger King crown on his head.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh boy, he looks awful. Oof, that is rough.
Everyone, after a big delayed start, it is time to hit the ground running because today is.
You're back. You couldn't rewatch the meltdown with you. Nope. Listen, don't ever feel bad. Get out of here when you got to get out of here, or just when you want to get out of here. Be like, it is. Fuck this shit o'clock. I'm out of here.
The premiere of Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, of course, we will talk about that. But also, we got a big story today. A lot of interesting controversy around the upcoming Minecraft movie that will be releasing in just a few weeks. Plus, we will get.
I don't know about you, but that's why I came here today.
Back to nice, fun gaming and no drama. We'll talk about the schedule coming up. I've got.
Boy, he didn't make it 30 seconds in, did he?
Some interesting stuff going on with Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show, and more. So sit back and relax. It is time for a fully fledged, delayed start, but still relaxing and fun episode of
Hub 30, gotta go. You do you.
the Level 1 Podcast.
Oh God, I just got here. I've got no skip juice. Maybe like 2 seconds. Or I said he looked terrible.
Sorry for the delayed start. Technical issues out the butt today as I...
Where the hell are you looking? Ain't nobody... We're not back there. What the hell are you doing?
basically wanted to start everything up fresh because, as you know, I told you yesterday was it. I'm out of the drama arc. It's over.
He's brought it up twice in less than a minute.
And now we are heading full-fledged into positive, fun content. Gaming, podcasting with news and discussion.
Yeah, boring ass news stories that he finds on Twitter that nobody else cares about. His autistic fucking schedule segment, him banning people, him telling you about the goals, him telling you about the rewards, and then him just basically either going to the bathroom or messing with Jasper or updating the leaderboard or the dead air. Ooh boy, goody gumdrops, can't fucking wait for this.
Wrestling commentary, chill nights with indie games and building Legos and doing fun stuff. And of course,
none of that is fun. None of that.
Moving forward to the future, new content as well, right? I'm excited for this. So I'm like, yes, this will be great. I'm ready to go. I have a good news story to cover today that you guys will enjoy and all this. Let's do it. And I come into the office and I go to turn everything on. What happened?
And you're still too fucking stupid to figure out the setup you've been using for a decade. Congratulations. You're officially stupid in like... I don't know, probably 5 different languages in 100 fucking different realities, bro.
Overnight, things disconnected, things...
I won't lie to you, Colleen. I really can't exactly feel the excitement.
Broke. I had nothing to do with it. I literally wasn't in here. I was, living my life. I come in here, everything's wrong. Everything's screwed up. You gotta be kidding me. I could go into specifics, but basically what happened was one app updated.
I could go into specifics, but I won't. But here are the specifics.
And when the app updated, it broke all the connections that I had to the app. So basically, I had no control over certain things, but then I had to reboot this to get this to work, to get this to work. The good news is almost everything's working. In fact, I got
Sage Kage, thanks for the 2. Why is he wearing Chris Chan's sweater? He'll tell you that he's not, and he'll probably ban you for it. So as far as he's concerned, he's not.
the lighting is working again. Okay. The only thing that's not working is the RGBs are not fully working. The good news is I did get the lamps working, and the 2 big lamps are what the majority of my RGB lighting are for my set. So as long as those 2 lamps work, I'm pretty good. And yeah, it's just so frustrating. And I don't want to go into it. I don't want to do tech stream today. I don't. You know,
We don't want that either. Nobody here wants that. I vote fucking boo. No.
of all the days,
Yes,
I want to come
no.
back positive and have fun here. I don't want this to be a full tech stream nonsense. Okay. But man, it's
Flatman B's in the chat, so he's good for at least $3.
frustrating, just to be honest, like to have to deal with that crap when I'm trying to come back strong and have a good day. But that's life, right? Life throws you these curveballs, and
Hold on, I gotta get this for a thumbnail. He looks so fucking confused. I love when he looks
best thing you can
confused.
do is try to adapt to them and do your best to you know, to just thrive and survive, I guess is the best way to put it. So it is what it is. And my apologies that there was a much delayed start, because like literally nothing was working. Everything had disconnected, and I'm running around to connect this, disconnect this, update this, do this. What the hell happened? But we're good. We're good. And I am happy to report it seems like my problems with the cameras have been solved. This was an ongoing issue for 2.5 months where the cameras were turning off and stuff. It was wiring. Of all things, it was wiring.
Oh, who would have thought it was the thing that everybody said it was? I don't know. Personally, I'm shocked.
That
I'm glad I was sitting down. This would have knocked me on my ass.
blows my mind. That it was just the wires. That it wasn't like the motherboard. It wasn't the power. That it was literally the wiring. Because now I have a high quality USB cable on this camera, and I have 2 high quality USB cables over on this camera, because this one is the wide angle. So you need the double, well, not wide angle, but like it's more of a close up, but I need 2 cables to get it to reach my PC. And so dumb that of all things, it was just the cables that I guess the other cables had issue or whatever. They were like lower quality, and I cut them out and just used the better cables, and now everything is fine.
I thought we weren't doing all of this. You lied to me, sir. I'm not surprised, but I'm just saying you lied to me. I feel lied to.
So apologies for late start, apologies for tech issues, apologies for everything. Very annoying.
Will you apologize for yourself? Because you are like the biggest reason why you should apologize.
But now we can get back on track.
Okay.
All right. So today
Until the next little teeny tiny thing tumbles into your world and derails you, right?
we get into some good stuff. Today is the
A very brave choice of attire today, says Street Smart Google employee.
premiere of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'll be playing around 2.5 to 3 hours of the game to start today, and I'm also doing it as my major stream tomorrow. So we're going to get a very good chunk into this game over the next couple of days and see if it's any good. Of course, opinions on the internet are all over the place, right? They are, oh, the game's the best Assassin's Creed game in 10 years. This game is an utter joke. I can't believe they made it. This game is all right. Like, it's all over the place, right? Seriously. And so no one really knows what to make of it. And whenever you get a game like this, that's kind of weird and there's no real consensus. All right. That's definitely when people turn to me and say, Phil, you always have an interesting take on this kind of stuff. Do you like it or not? So I'll let you know. You know, I'm going to go into it completely open-minded, just like I do every game. I'm going to give it a shot, and we're going to see how it goes. I hope it's good. I want it to be good. Really, I do. I want to play this game and be like, wow, haven't played Assassin's Creed for a couple of years, and this one ain't bad.
Well, this all depends on what your attitude is going to be about it. And seeing as how you're probably in a pretty fucking bad mood, this can't go well.
But with Ubisoft, you always got to go in skeptical these days. And I know that sucks. Like, the last thing you want to do when you're a gamer and you're going into a brand new game is, oh, I got to be skeptical. I got to question everything. But
You don't have to. That will suck a lot of the fun out of a lot of things in life.
man, these guys
We do have to dox a lot of people. I need to know.
have just made some boneheaded decisions when it comes to game development. That was annoying me. In the last several years, whether it's their quadruple A Skull and Bones, their Return to Roots Assassin's Creed Mirage that was super short and then very short-lived, or Star Wars Outlaws, which they put basically all their eggs in one basket, expecting it to be their bestseller last year, and it massively flopped because it was basically a buggy, boring mess. Man, I just don't know what's going to happen anymore. You know, I go into these games. All right, here we go. Let's play. Oh.
What game did you make? What game did you do?
If anything, I will say this. Most games look good today. Like, I will admit, the graphics have pretty much improved massively, right? Like, Star Wars Outlaws looked good when you were in the indoor areas. Even Dragon Age Veilguard, I thought looked amazing on the PS5 Pro. But the problem is the gameplay. They just don't know how to make good games anymore. So, let's see. I'm really excited to see how it goes today. And give you my honest take on day 1, day 2. You know, probably what I'll do, maybe at the end of today, I'll do like a highlight of, hey, here's my day 1 thoughts on Assassin's Creed Shadows, and maybe follow up on that over the course of the week, because so many people are on the fence about this game, wonder if they should play it or not. So that's a big part of today for sure. You know, excited for that.
Yeah, the gameplay. I would hope at DSP Gaming that the gameplay would be like the biggest, bestest part of the day.
Yeah. Now, later tonight, Smart...
But I mean, I'm a simple bitch. What do I know?
Guys, my wrestling commentary show will...
How long before he wage quits this? We got to see how this goes today. But the Begs are going to come in hella hard because he didn't hit any goal yesterday. And he wants his, what is it, British food? Whatever kind of garbage he's going to eat. So we're going to beg hella hard to get to that 70.
We'll go on and on DSP Reacts and on Kick. And ladies and gentlemen, you ready for this?
If he hits the goals today and he does that food tomorrow, I will not. I'm sorry. I'm streaming. I'm getting ready for Kino Casino tomorrow at 7 Eastern. So Grandpa wants his dinner at 4 p.m. You know, his time, which is 7 for me. I will not be here to watch him eat like a pig. I'm going to get ready for Kino Casino.
Tonight on the show, I will be doing it solo, but I have a big, major announcement about the future of the show. All right, I am going to...
You really need to stop doing special announcements. It doesn't go well for you, my guy.
Basically, get you guys pretty hyped because I've got some major positive stuff to announce for the future of Smart Guys. And so
you're going to stop and quit while you're ahead? I would stop and quit while I'm ahead if I was you.
You're not going to want to miss the show. If you like wrestling commentary and you want to know about, what's going to happen now because it's in flux right now with what you're doing, all of your questions will be answered tonight. And I think you're going to like what I have in store for you. Okay? Hopefully. All right? And, of course, we're going to talk about Raw and SmackDown, which was big this week. Oh, my God, the John Cena promo was epic. And more. It's going to be a very exciting show. I hope you'll join me tonight on Smart Guys, okay? Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Big ups, my guy.
Oh, man. Where do we begin? Really?
Don't you want to talk about yesterday? I would love it if you talked about yesterday.
Where do we begin? I guess here's what we'll do. Let's do some shout-outs because some contributions have come in.
Oh, goody.
Then we'll talk about where we are with our goals and everything.
Oh, goody.
I
More
definitely
money.
want to get back on track today. All right, I understand. Listen, this week, we actually had great momentum at the beginning of this week. And then we got derailed by bullshit. The bullshit's done. Now we're going to get back on track.
Yeah, there we go. Toasty butter, big ups. Can we talk about the SmackDown you're going to get tomorrow?
So today, let's get going. Let's do some shout-outs. Let's actually start with tips today.
Oh, boy.
So we start with
a tip from Flatman B.
$2 tip. If you stare long enough into the abyss stares into you is a famous quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. I forgot how to pronounce this guy's name. Nietzsche. Warning against becoming corrupted by the darkness or evil that one confronts and never touch any drama ever again, says Flatman B. Yeah, it's like they say.
Honestly, I can't watch this guy anymore. I can't sit through another sales meeting podcast. I certainly don't blame you. There's nothing wrong with that. This can get overwhelming. It can make people very angry, make people very sad, for sure.
How can I say? Actually, I don't even know what to say. Anyway, my mind is so addled.
I bet you are. I mean, at least you're admitting it. At least we have confirmation that your little gin-addled brain is fucking just absolutely sideways because you kicked your own shit in yesterday. How can you be so fucking stupid that you actually did this to yourself? You don't know how much fucking damage you did to yourself yesterday.
And basically, I just don't really care about it anymore. I just want to.
Yeah, you don't care about it. No, you care about it a lot. There's a hidden meaning. You got to read between the lines with people like Phil, and a phrase like "I just don't care about it anymore" is code. Because you can't say it's got me rattled, but then say I don't care about it anymore. Well, it's either got you rattled or you don't care. So you don't get to have both. You don't get to talk out of both corners of your mouth. But what that's code for, in like fucking narc speak, what that's code for is I wish everybody else would stop caring about this.
Relax with you guys and enjoy the future that I always wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
enjoy the future that this was all part of your master plan to get a boost and now the boost is gone. This was your master plan, huh? The master plan was, I guess, ultimately to get a boost in his business, I guess, to get a boost from people.
Look at,
I guess,
where we are right now.
He's an Ouroboros, not a king snake.
Where we are right now, okay, to maybe a year, 2 years ago. Okay, be honest.
I'm telling you, you're right. He does have a talent for self-sabotage. Fucking up his own life horrifically is something that this guy, he's blessed. I mean, what else can I say?
About where we are March 20th, 2025.
Very good.
Versus maybe where we were March 20th, 2023. I would argue much better positioning with everything that's now available to us and all the things that we can do. Just think about this. I have a high-end gaming PC
that you talk about it and it's garbage. You talk about how shitty it is all the time.
Is able to do pretty much anything that I need, right? And that has opened up the world to me, not only all these games, but, indies and all kinds of other projects and things that I can now do. I have a new capture and streaming PC that is incredibly high quality, massively upgraded visuals. I have all these bells and whistles. I have lighting, I have cameras, I have all these new things that have opened up new content, such as being able to build Legos and do other things.
Yeah, that would be really cool for any other streamer who isn't you. It's a shame that with all the new stuff you got, you didn't find time to get rid of anything old, like your shitbag personality, your narcissism, or your very obvious mental illness.
Things on camera that I wouldn't have been able to do before. DSP Tries It is just so much better now, right?
Demi Fiend, thank you for the 2. Thanks for helping me get through class. He done soon. If you're asking if he's done soon, oh goodness, no.
Because of the upgrades that
Cucky Koala left. Cucky Koala left yesterday from the reports I got in from some folks. Cucky Koala noped the fuck out of there on the last bus out of Nopeville.
I've gotten, right? But in addition to that, at this point, right now, not only am I just...
That's not being nice. That's just wearing a nice sweater. I don't understand the difference. I know you don't.
The guy who plays games, but
I'm sorry, Casa Bonita is my favorite episode.
I have a podcast that people actually tune into every day and enjoy and support. I've got other avenues of stuff that I'm doing. For example, we've got the wrestling commentary show back. After so many years retired, it's back.
Cucky Koala could be back. I don't know if he went over and gifted subs to the... I'm sorry, I gotta grab this. This is too good. I don't know if he went over and gifted to the casino, but I do know that he noped out.
And people are interested in it and watching it and supporting it. We've got other projects like I love these indie game nights that we're doing. That's something that I've never done before, and now we're delving into indie games, and it's just so exciting and fun and chill. I like our chill atmosphere.
Cartman is Phil, but smarter and less gay.
And I like our community. I do. I just love coming to work every day. I legit do. And
why is he wearing a sweater inside? I don't understand all of the long sleeve apparel. Maybe he's habitually cold. I have no idea. Retarded Koala supported yesterday. Oh, I thought he fucked off yesterday. Huh.
And this is something that, 2 years ago, was floundering. 2 years ago,
I haven't seen him in the chat today, although that's not saying anything because I'm not just like fucking the kick chat down there. So
was like, well, I'm going to try this new React show and see if it works.
I'm trying to actually watch 3 chats. I'm watching his YouTube and his kick and then mine, and because I have dual monitors, so I don't see every message, I'm sure, but
And I'm going to try
we'll see if he makes an appearance today.
to do this and that. But man, I'm on my last legs. You know, I'm barely making ends meet. I'm not, all my stuff's outdated and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I don't know. You've made at minimum $1.7 million. You would think you could have fixed that by last year. Seeing as how you made, to my guesstimate, I hate the word guesstimate, I'm sorry, but by my best estimate, you've made $2.2 million. You thought you'd have had $5K for a setup. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Right? It was just so different. So I guess the point is, in summary, as we're moving on here, yes, I guess in a lot of ways, drama was a means to an end. But I got the end result that I wanted. So why do I have to dwell in drama forever? I don't. And I think that
1.7 is because he's been doing this. We're in season 17, so 17 years. He's made minimum 100K a year. That's 1.7 mil. But you know, like when he was coming out here and looking at this condo and everything, he was making fuck you money. I guarantee he was making double that. Probably $250,000 a year. But not every year. He didn't pull a $250,000, last year, but he's pulled minimum 100,000. And the best math that I can come up with, I've done it a few times, is somewhere between like 2.1 to 2.4-ish. That's a little high, but I could be wrong. He's made $2-something million. YouTube made him a millionaire, and the dude is busted. Flat busted.
that was the point that I've been trying to make all along, is that if you force yourself into a situation,
He's just pretending to be a complete retard. Well, I don't know who would harpoon themselves like that, but if he is, I mean, well played if that's his, if that's his game.
you can't get out of it.
Yeah, right. Not just fuck you money, but good credit too. Oh, yeah.
You're gonna lose yourself.
He was making 10, 15, 20K like a month, Ooh, I got to get this one. This is a good one too. All right.
And that's legit what I was worried about, was getting involved in this community, getting involved in this sector, and then saying, well, that's it.
But there was definitely a time where like he had like fuck you money for sure. Internet Hazmat Crew, thank you for the 5. I hate that he spent more money than the average person's salary makes in 10 years on a children's card game. Yep. I think he's been doing it for 7 years, and I think it's like 40 or 50K a year. I think it's been for like 7 years, if I remember correctly. So let's split the diff. 45K for 7 years. That's $315,000.
It now.
Could be more, could be less,
I'm just there forever.
He's only been being tracked for so long.
And now I'm going to lose all of my audience and all that. And the good news is I didn't. I could have.
He had fuck you money, but as soon as it went in, it went out.
Because if I went in head first, feet first, diving in and just, immersed myself in it so hard, like so many people wanted me
I was being sarcastic. He's totally retarded. I appreciate it.
to do, I wouldn't have been able to come back and say, hey, we can still
Not to be a dick, but I've got that kind of money. And well, there's nothing wrong with having that kind of money. But imagine, having work, like imagine this though, like just this, there's nothing wrong with, pulling 6 figures and being a millionaire. Like that's awesome if you have that kind of, success. But imagine this. But here's the thing, what you don't have? This fucking reputation though. Like, ew. If someone was like, here, Toxie, take 2 mil, but you got to have this reputation. No, thank you. I'll die alone in a box under a bridge. I don't want this.
play games, we could still chill, we could still do all this stuff.
I only have fuck myself money. You and me both.
And I think that,
But you know what? That's okay.
yeah, listen, there's going to be fallout, there's going to be repercussions, there's going to be drama. But the thing is, if you don't play ball,
Listen to how nice his microphone would sound if he used it properly. I know it's creepy, but like listen to the sound of his voice and everything if he'd use his mic right.
the drama will exist around you, but you won't be in it. I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's kind of my situation, how it's always been. I am the center of this vortex of
You are the vortex. Wait, we weren't talking about this. Wait, bleh, what? We weren't talking about this anymore. And you are the vortex, you fucking idiot. Of course you're the fucking epicenter of this fucking disease. It's you. It can't be anything but you. Who the fuck else would it be?
drama that happens around me, but I actually aren't involved. I'm not involved in the drama, nor do I really create it.
Oh no, he didn't create this? Bro. Like I've got to be having a stroke. What?
It's all of these people around me, these leeches and fucking.
Yeah, we created yesterday. We all reached out to Rich and said, hey, you know what would be a gas? We reached out to Keno Casino and said, you know what I was thinking we could do for the lulz?
And, worms that rely on.
Wasn't this your master plan? Weren't you seeking people out? Weren't you looking for a mark? Weren't you looking for a target to hit?
Me to have their drama content. If you wonder what I'm doing with my hand, my camera keeps activating.
Nobody cares.
It's annoying me. They rely on me to make their drama content, but if I don't engage it, it doesn't.
I can't deny that. I do rely on you to make my drama content. He's got me there, got me by the balls there. What can I say?
Doesn't affect me.
Oh, as long as you think it's not affecting you. Virgil, thank you for the 20 gifted. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you. And I'm sure everybody who got a membership is grateful too. That's very nice of you.
In the least, I can still do what I want to do.
Hey, you are the center of your universe, bro. We are all watching you. You are the master of your universe and the master of your fucking, destiny. And let's get some big ups for Virgil in the chat. That was very kind.
I can still enjoy life.
Of course, there's more coping. We had to know the cope wasn't over yet, y'all. You know what I mean? Here's some more cope.
And gaming and having this positive community, and we could just shut it all off. Now, the challenge there is shutting it off. It is. It's just absolutely 100% ignoring all the nonsense around me. And I've been very good at that. I have. There's so much stuff people throw at me every day. If you see drama in the chat, say stop doing it, time person out. If they keep doing it, get rid of them. And that's it. I don't need to know who said what today. I don't need to know what new video dropped today.
Oh, we're all talking. Oh, all the videos are dropping, bro. No, everything's dropping.
I don't care.
Enjoys life with a car, but no fucking driver's license, and a wife that you're roommates with no kids. And you're living it up, bro.
Nothing to do with it. I'm living my life and actually enjoying my life and having a good time. And
don't Taylor Swift at me. Don't try to tell me how happy you are, because all it does is show like how fucking miserable you are. Boogie Dark Wings, what's going on, honey? Good to see you again.
A loving doing it, making good money now. Things are much better, right?
Well, I don't know how much longer that's gonna last, but okay.
Now than they were previous. You know what I'm saying? Flatman B just said it. He says the eye of the storm is peaceful. You're right. I guess.
Yeah, but you realize you got to ride through the backside of that, right? In a hurricane scenario, you get hit and then it's all nice and calm. You realize there's a back end on that motherfucker, right?
For me to be a content creator, I just got to live at the eye of the storm. I just got to be.
I also wish I had this man's gift of like delusion and like, it's not even blissful ignorance. I would say that, but it's like, yeah. I wish that like it was just this like level of, it must be interesting in that brain in between those weird ass looking ears. There's got to be something weird going on in there.
Be careful.
If we could just crack the skull and just get in there, imagine what we'd find.
I don't step too far to the left or too far to the right back into the storm. It'll be interesting to manage it, but I've done it for a long time. So why can't I just keep doing it? And I know.
You can, but you are eventually going to run out of people you're going to run out of people who are willing to keep you in the lifestyle that you are accustomed. You are a kept woman, sir. And you're going to run out of, with your attitude and your behavior. You're going to run out of people who are going to be willing to support you because you can't treat people the fucking way that you treat them. I know you really think you felted the fucking universe, but all you've done is I mean, it's a lie. It's a bullshit. It's a bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, it's a game. It's a joke. But you basically have admitted, quote unquote, that you were looking for a target to hit. This doesn't make you a good person. If that's true, which it's not, but if that's true, that makes you a super fucking icky person. You target people, you're looking for people and going, who can I get my grubby, sticky little fingers on to get a boost off of? That's gross, sir. Oh, I can't wait to tell them that my wife has cancer and my mom is dying and this and that. Oh, goody, I can't wait. That's fucking disgusting. That's really fucking gross. Just found your channel, kind of like listening to you. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you. I appreciate the sub.
You know, it's just a matter of keeping your head on your shoulders, not losing it, not getting wrapped up in the bullshit, which I'm not going to. I've been here, done this a bazillion times. I'll do it again. We're all good. All right?
Well, did you say your piece? Sorry, I thought we weren't doing this.
So, just to forewarn everyone,
if you do anything I don't like, you're gonna get banned, and then you can go fuck yourself.
that is really it. I'm not going to be doing drama content. Doesn't matter how much people want me to do it. It doesn't matter how many.
I don't want you to. It's just frankly, it makes my day easier. Because when you're boring, then I have to work harder to make you slightly interesting. And some days I fail. There are some days I just can't do anything with your output, sir.
People come at me for it. Or
he blamed her for not having kids. That's fucking disgusting. Why would you tell people this? Why? If it was just a working relationship. Why on earth? I would never tell people I work with, hey, here's some really personal stuff about, me and like my, my significant other or, my partner, that I'm intimate with. What the fuck are you doing?
Or scream at me that my life would be better and everything. I don't care. If you lose your...
I know, because you're rights, because you're right and we're wrong. We get it. We know.
...self in it. And then you don't feel like, for me, I know that the drama content is where the views and the money is. I'm not stupid.
You're very stupid, but it's okay. You would be where the drama was if you were good at it. The problem is as we saw yesterday, you're not good at it. That's okay.
I see everything around me and everyone doing it. That's not who I am. Down here, this is my hand exerciser, by the way. Down here,
we see people doing the drama. I'm not all about that. I need everyone to think back to in the long ago. Think back in the long ago of yesterday and this shit that he tried to pull, but he's not about drama. He's not about doing drama content. With his little briefcase, with his picture of Ashton and Andy in there. And he was going to use Rich and they were going to take the Keno Casino's chips away from him and felt them. And he's got receipts. Oh, but he's not doing drama, y'all. Just so you know.
Here, that's not who I am. I'm not the guy who's going to lash out and be mean to everyone around him for personal gain.
No, well, you won't be mean to everybody. You're just mean to people who you think you can get away with it. Because there are people that you won't talk shit about. Like Keemstar. Because when you tried, you got your shit kicked in. Because Keemstar is smarter than you.
Okay. Exactly. Once you put the makeup on, it's impossible to take it off.
Well, you put your clown makeup on a long time ago, and you're just adding to it. You're putting that fucking clown makeup on with like a fucking just trowel at this point, bro.
So that's why I didn't go full-fledged into it.
Who opens up to targets? People he specifically targeted. If I was going to do that, if I try to think the way a person like that would think, I would make up super completely fucking fake garbage, like just random ass garbage, but he has said things that, he has said that Kat was sick. So then he says that he told Keno that Kat was sick. What?
It and say, oh my God, let's do drama. You saw how basically I didn't have my heart in any of that stuff last year. I really didn't. I didn't buy into it. I didn't like it. Nothing. I didn't think anything really meaningful was coming from it. Entertainment, sure. Profits, yes. Meaningful? No. So
What exactly do you do that's meaningful? I would need a definition of meaningful. I think that's kind of a relative term. What has meaning to me might not have meaning to you, and vice versa. So, you know,
I'm happy to be back. I really am. I'm happy to
look how happy he is, you guys.
be back, man.
Look how happy he is.
And I hope that you guys are happy too. And for those of you who have been so upset over the last 8 months, I'm there with you and I understand. But as you can see, a means to an end. Now at least
Yeah, a means to an end. I hit no goals yesterday, and 99.9% of my whales and supporters have left me.
things are better. I now have the ability to do what I need to do moving forward
Like what? Dude,
instead of being Mr. Outdated, Mr. Places falling apart.
you're still Mr. Outdated.
Can't do half the stuff everyone else does. Can't play this game. Can't do that. Can't do this project. Can't do this. Now it's like I can do whatever I want.
So then your dishwasher's fixed, and your wife can stay home. She doesn't have to work because she's sick. If she's on the verge of like getting cancer, or, she's having some issues where maybe her immune system is attacking her, or, something awful, surely you wouldn't keep sending her out the door to work every day. You'd let her stay home. And you wouldn't say things like, come on, you guys, my wife who's just about got cancer doesn't want to make dinner. Give me some money because I'm not going to do anything. Okay.
The sky's the limit. It's just a matter of us brainstorming what's going to work and what you guys would find entertaining, right?
I would find it super entertaining if you weren't a piece of shit to your wife. I would find that super entertaining.
So let's do that.
Why don't you let her stay home? Why don't you get off your fat ass and get her something to eat? Why don't you take care of something for a change? If she's really sick, which I believe she is.
Let's do that. Let's sit down together and plan and improve and do fun stuff.
I know no dishwasher. I do see how cool that frame is. No working master bathroom, but damn, look at that soundproofing. Big ups.
Right?
At least if nothing else, he clearly has his priorities in order.
How does that sound?
You sound like a fucking idiot, but we all know how I feel about that.
Hopefully good. All
yeah,
right? Hopefully.
I personally feel great about it, but it's because I get to hang out on my stream with my people. so I don't got to be over there with you.
All right. So let's relax today, shall we?
Well, I don't know. You're kind of sounding like you're getting riled up. Riker, thank you for the $5 super chat. Pignosis didn't work on Rich. Phil continually, if I could English, that'd be great. Makes the mistake of thinking he's much smarter than he really is. I appreciate the $5. And as most narcissists do, they usually do think they're smarter, better, faster, stronger. And we saw it yesterday. You're not going to get me. I'm going to get you. What we saw yesterday was a narcissistic version of you can't fire me. I quit.
Let's relax. Good stuff. Now, let's talk about what we're going to be doing for the next several days.
And that's a very good point there, Chris. He has his priorities in order. Very good point.
Oh, I got more shout outs to do, by the way. We're going to do those. Let's just keep going with the shout outs.
Yeah, don't forget about your money while you're on your little tirade here. Don't forget.
I got distracted. So thank you, Flatman B, for the first tip of the day. I got lost in the tip and I forgot what we were doing. Okay. I got $1.
Now you got lost in something, but we'll leave that there. Am I a psychiatrist or a psychologist? No, I am not.
Tip here.
I went to college for a PhD in psychology, but I didn't finish.
From Lady Charisma. Oh, no. Lady Charisma says she made something for Smart Guys. Did I get it? I did not. Shoot. I did not get it.
Is Lady Charisma OIC? I forgot about them. Which one's Lady Charisma? Oh, God, are we going to have all these, like, ancient dents coming up out of the woodwork?
You're right.
I can imagine he had to, like, fucking, like, just, like, send a message out, you know?
Must have hit my spam. I did not see anything for Smart Guys. I'm going to search. Let's see. For Smart. I don't see it at all. Uh,
Oh boy, we're struggling here.
yeah.
Oh, was Lady
I don't see it
Charisma on
at
thin
all.
ice?
So, if you could resend it, that would be awesome. Since I don't know, I never got it at all. Yeah, please resend, and I'll check my emails later. How about this? Send me an email without whatever you have in it, and say, hey, or did you get this basic email? And I'll respond yes. And then if you respond with the file, I should get it. Because if she's saying she had something for smart guys, I didn't get it. No, dang, that sucks. Because I would have liked to use it tonight, but if you could do it fast, maybe I can add it. Because I didn't do the stuff for tonight yet. I got to do it before the show. Meaning, I got to edit a new intro. I got to set up the colors and the ring and everything. So, yeah, reach out to me before the show tonight. Thank you, Lady Charisma. Excellent. Okay.
They come up out of the woodwork, don't they?
Let's see. Someone tipped $2 says Chris Chan must hand over the crown to the true king. Just listen, I don't know why you guys think that anyone who wears like a red sweater is a Chris Chan sweater. This sweater, number one, is much better than anything that Chris Chan ever wore, to be honest. Number two, I owned this sweater before Chris Chan existed. All right, I'm not kidding. This sweater is from the mid-2000s. It's Nautica, and it's a very high-quality sweater, and I'll wear it if I want, and you'll like it. Yeah, you'll like it, too. So every time that you say Chris Chan when I wear the sweater, I'm just going to laugh at you and your mental capacities. But thanks for your $2 tip.
Wow. Ooh, he's ready to go. He is ready to pounce. He is sitting there like, please, for the love of God, somebody say something to me. He is waiting to fight. BLX, thanks for the 2, honey. Lit the warning beacons of gout.
DJ and DJ just did a $2 super chat waiting for all the ball kicking. Yes, Assassin's Creed ball kicking meme. We'll see how it goes. Again, how much you want to bet that this Assassin's Creed yet again will feel nothing like previous Assassin's Creeds? How much you want to bet? Because all people want is classic Assassin's Creed, but for some reason they can't figure that out. So they just keep changing the formula, copying other games like Witcher 3 and stuff. I just don't get why they don't understand that people just want the good stuff from the past. They're not looking for them to keep reinventing the wheel 17 times, but they keep trying. I don't know. But thank you, DJ and DJ. Habib, thanks for 27 months as a member. He says, happy premiere day. Yes, happy premiere day to you, Habib.
Yeah, but that re-up membership doesn't count. So get fucked, nerd.
And to everyone watching, by the way, on Kick and on YouTube, FYI, I know many of you probably missed this announcement yesterday. But I finally became a verified partner on Kick. It took forever. It took freaking forever to actually, be able to like qualify and do it. But now I'm in their preferred group, and that gives me a few different privileges, which is nice. I stuck in there. I've been streaming on Kick since
that's awesome,
October.
dude.
So it took a good 5+ months.
I'm totally not going over to Kick right now to see how many people are watching you.
And that qualifies you for a few different things, out of which I probably wouldn't do. Like, for example, you can become a full
Well, I'll never forget when Triple P was talking, about this asshole, and he was saying that when this fucking loser first joined Kick and he didn't like immediately get verified, he yelled at Triple P and Andy and was like, don't they, something to the it's not verbatim, but it was like, don't they know who the fuck I am? And I'm not just gonna it get verified. And like, he was angry, and he told them that they needed to reach out to Kick and tell them to verify him.
On partner, which means that basically you exclusively stream on Kick, and they pay you to
Slow
do
down,
so. Like,
sir, you're
pay
drunk.
you money to just stream on Kick. But even though that might result in some immediate gains, I feel like I would lose more than I would gain, meaning I would lose all my YouTube viewership. Like, you guys wouldn't be able to watch me on YouTube anymore, only on demand. Like, the on-demand videos would be on there, but you wouldn't be able to watch me stream. I'd only be able to stream on Kick because of this exclusivity contract. And I'll be honest, even though Kick quality is good, it's still only 1080p.
164 people watching on Kick. Big ups, King. Big ups.
I really can't even.
I was hanging out in Keno Casino last night. They had like fucking 5,000 people watching. Congrats on your 164 viewers, you bitch.
Go higher than that on Kick. They don't let you. Maybe they will eventually. Maybe one day they'll upgrade their capacity, in which case maybe it won't be a big deal. And then I would consider it. But for now, especially with the fact that I just did all these upgrades, I don't want to limit myself to doing a lower grade stream. So I'm going to keep going dual streaming for now, for sure.
Oh, of
The thing
course,
is,
because everyone's got a pocket. Yeah. Well, I mean, are we shocked that you're not going to pick one or the other?
I would never just give up on YouTube. I would always upload my videos to YouTube no matter what. Like, that's never going to change. But I absolutely want to keep dual streaming for now. All right. So even though I'm qualified and I could apply and try to get into that higher tier on Kick, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hold off and see what happens. But absolutely, we're seeing growth on Kick. Like, my views are up overall on Kick on these streams. And now that I'm doing other projects and things, it seems like the Kick stuff has picked up a bit. And that's good. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. So cool. And yes, happy premiere day to you, Habib. Real Jom Potter just gifted a sub over on Kick. It's our first sub of the day. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Yay. Aren't you guys happy for him?
So here's the deal. What's going on right now?
What is the deal? What are you
Hold
talking
on.
about?
Yak Almighty says, is the full-time needed to get the hourly pay? Yeah, basically what happens is you sign an exclusivity contract with Kick, and you say, I will only stream on Kick. And then Kick gets you into certain programs. I believe one of them is they actually pay you flat rate to stream on the site, like hourly. Like if you let's say I stream 6 to 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, they'll pay me an hourly rate as if I was working a job. Okay. But then on top of that, obviously, I will keep any revenue that I make. So if people tip me or people do subs, I would keep that too. So it'd be like having a full-time.
I don't know. I don't know what they pay per hour. I don't know nothing about none of that, but I certainly know that it wouldn't be what Iron Cuck was giving you. So
Job and getting a bonus. Okay. Obviously, that's wild. I haven't had any hourly pay since 2010.
I don't know how loudly I'd admit that,
So,
but
that would be pretty interesting to see how that would go. Okay. But the catch is you have to exclusively stream on Kick. So that's like putting all your eggs in one basket. You know, right now I get way
Coyote Briggs, oh my goodness, I'm glad to see you again. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing better. $12 an hour? Oh, good for him.
more viewers on YouTube than I do on Kick. Right now we have over 300 viewers on YouTube and only like 80 viewers on Kick. The thing
164. I legitimately looked less than 2 minutes ago.
is Kick is not really known for gaming, just being honest, okay?
Hey, Toxie, I think your stream would benefit from having a 2-hour investor call before anything on your streams.
Okay.
It took a minute for it to click in my brain.
So I don't know.
So, guys, before we go any further today, I'm gonna need your buy-in. Could you imagine?
I don't know how that would go. It certainly
gross.
seems like that would be a humongous risk. And it's probably not a risk I'm willing to take yet. Like, if I already consistently had an audience of hundreds of people on Kick, and then I could add hundreds more because the YouTube audience would move over, and then all of that would compound, maybe then it would be worth it. But I don't know. I think that's like a giant risk to take. So, and also the other thing is, with Kick, it's always a gamble anyway. Kick is funded by, like gambling currency.
Well, I'm glad that you're at least able to be at home. My goodness, I'm so sorry.
Online gambling and stuff.
Don't watch this. I appreciate you for hanging out, but God, don't watch this. You're trying to recover. This could be bad for your health.
So because of that, at any point, they could just fold. They could, it's an experiment. It's not working. It's over. In which case, what do you do now if you put all your eggs in that basket, right? So I don't really want to.
Iviga is not here. The next time he's here, I will inform him that he's the manager, whether he likes it or not. And, but yeah, my manager's not here right now.
Abandon my YouTube viewership right now, but I'd be interested to see, how exactly it would work or whatever. We'll see. I'll monitor it moving forward. All right. Okay. Anyway. So let's talk. Today, folks, we're at 68 out of 7.
For God's sake, I wish you'd fucking talk about something. God damn. Have you ever known somebody to talk so fucking much and say nothing? You realize this man's only been here for 22 minutes? Ugh.
70 goals. We actually had absolutely great momentum this week. We were hitting goals almost every stream. It didn't matter if it was Suikoden, Pirate Yakuza, Call of Duty, Street Fighter, Indies Night. It didn't matter what it was. We were hitting goals. And we were right there. It looked like we were going to be doing DSP tries it for British food right away. It looked like it was coming. And then a couple things happened. First thing that happened is I couldn't do a night stream on
Iviga stole my circus phrase. Okay, stupid question. I had a circus phrase and nobody stole anything from me.
Tuesday because I was working on my tax stuff, which sadly I didn't finish. I got like halfway done. So next week.
You're saying your middle management, Phil is holding training courses for that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hard pass on that one.
I'm going to have to have another night off to probably finish it up.
Yeah, this man's been here he came on at like noon his time. He has been here for 23 minutes.
Okay. So that's number one. The momentum kind of stifled when I had to skip a stream. And then number two, yesterday, the bullshit drama, which now we're done with. Okay. But I get it. Like,
well, then you're going to have to stop talking about it for fuck's sake. If we're done with it, then be done with it.
People in don't tune into me and my content for the drama. Do you want to know who does? My detractors.
Hi, I'm here.
They're the ones who care. But
oh, getting the ticket to the circus? Oh, anybody could say that.
Guess what? My detractors don't support me. They don't send super chats. They don't send membership.
Why in the fuck would I support your drinking and your gambling and your broken ass marriage, bro? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
They don't send tips. They don't send subs. They just sit here and laugh and joke and crap.
Yeah, I have a good time. If I didn't have a good time here every day, I wouldn't be here.
Eyes crack and make fun. And who cares? Right? Again, I don't want to be.
I agree, Toasty Butter. Big ups to every detractor. Every single detractor. Fucking big ups.
Be a part of that community. I'll be the center of the storm and you all can fucking circle around me like the.
We do.
The losers you are. All right?
Okay.
So because of that.
I don't know. You must seem to think it bothers people. I've been called way worse than a loser. I'll probably be called worse than a fucking loser today. I don't know why you think that's going to hurt my feelings. I'm not a baby back bitch. So.
Yesterday stifled our momentum. Didn't hit the goal on the first stream. And then Call of Duty last night still did good. We had a great Call of Duty stream last night. I was kicking ass with the
Where's the but I didn't hit the goal?
Bow staff. And I actually mastered it and got the golden skin. I think that's the first weapon ever that I got the golden skin for. It was pretty wild.
You've been playing this game for how long? Oh, Christ.
But yeah, didn't hit the goal then either. It's like, man, after all this momentum, we're hitting goal after goal after goal, and then they have a day where we stumble. Whew. But it's all right. You stumble, but you land firm, and you reposition yourself, right? And you get ready for another day. And that's what I've done today, and we're ready today for a full day of gameplay fun. Well,
really, if we're all a bunch of losers, it's a fairly, positive, extremely supportive, nice community of folks, I've got to say.
Half day of gameplay fun with the premiere, and then Smart Guys tonight should also be pretty darn good. So I hope that you guys will join me today for Assassin's Creed Shadows and tonight for Smart Guys. And
I'm absolutely not doing either of those things. Crazy Cat, thank you for the 5, honey. Definitely, Philbert. I enjoy being a boogeyman in your psyche, haunting and being there rent-free.
We gotta hit these goals today. We gotta get back on track. I think tomorrow would be
oh, there it is. Gotta hit the goals. Gotta get back on track.
the perfect day for DSP Tries It.
Because your sick, dying wife won't have to cook for you? Is that what you're gonna say? You fucking piece of shit? That your wife dying of cancer won't have to cook for you?
British cuisine. First time I'm ever actually trying British cuisine, including things like meat pies and sausage rolls and maybe bangers and mash or another side or whatever. All right? That's what we want to focus on. We want to do that tomorrow, but we have to hit 2 goals today. We have to do at least 1 on this stream and 1 on Smart Guys. Hey, if people go crazy and we double up, that's cool too. So today.
But if you guys want to give me even more than $300, that'd be great. Like you're actual trash. Like you're a disgrace to fucking YouTube. You're a disgrace to streaming.
If you're watching and you're enjoying, please support the stream in some way. Let's get to our goal of $150 of support. Let's get to 69 and be right there on the edge of getting to the
Don't say 69 and Edge in the same sentence, sir. Stop it. You're too sexually repressed to know what you're talking about. Stop
British cuisine tomorrow. All right. So let's do it. Let's get some subs. Let's get some memberships. Let's get some tips. Let's get some super chats. Right now, we got one super chat, a couple of tips, one sub. Let's keep it going. Who's going to be the
it.
next
Has anyone seen Kucky Koala in the chat?
person to jump in and get that momentum going? Let's find out. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna roll in, bro. That money is just gonna. You're not gonna know what hit you.
All right. Wow, that was weird. This is the first time ever I got strawberry kiwi seltzer water, and I forgot, and I just sipped it, and that tasted completely different from all the others I've had.
Digital Melanin, thank you for the 5. He needs to hit the goals today. Get ready for those big anonymous tips. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know it.
That is bizarre.
I'm surprised he isn't on TikTok. No, he's too fucking boomery to be on TikTok. Imagine this fool trying to do TikTok. He can't figure out how to work his stream right.
Let me pour myself some more. I'm doing an impromptu DSP tries it on strawberry kiwi flavored seltzer water.
No, thank you.
It's weird.
You're weird.
Oh, okay. All right, continuing on.
Is Triple P going live with Truth Seekers tonight? Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Lady Charisma says she reset the link. Let me check. Let me see if I got it now. Because if there's some new smart guy
Link
stuff,
for
I want
what?
to do it.
I'm
I
not
wanna have it
listening
for
to what
tonight's
he's
show. That'd
doing.
be pretty cool. Let me see. Aha. Not junk, because it did go to junk. That's cool. Thank you. Yes, that's cool too. Oh, wow. So now that's excellent because now I could actually alternate. I really like that. I can alternate logos. Thank you. I got a new logo. So maybe I'll see if I utilize that tonight. Let's see. I'll have to think about it. Because I think I'm using the old one in the intro, but maybe I could I don't know. We'll see. I liked it though. Thank you. Cool, cool. I did get it. All right. I received a $5 super chat. It's actually a £5 super chat from Robert Walker. Thank you, Robert. Let's see. Get you up on the leaderboard for that. You're the top super chatter.
Aren't they going live with It's a Gundam? Kino Casino is going live tomorrow night. Not tonight, tomorrow night. Kino Casino is going live with It's a Gundam.
Says, do you ever listen to podcasts? You love Deadlock. Deadlock podcast. Tony and James are cool, but Johnny smells. Love from Richard. What? Right? So, yeah, we're going to see what happens. And that's the thing. Like, if this game was coming out and there was no Ghost of Tsushima, all right, let's be honest. If there was no Ghost of Tsushima, perhaps this game would have a lot more hype and attention and positivity attached to it. But we already had Ghost of Tsushima, and they're already making a sequel. So when you play this game, you're going to be like, well, you were second to the fight. You were second in place. You were late. What took you so long? Everyone wanted Assassin's Creed Japan. You wouldn't give it to us. So another company made it, and it was great.
Blah, blah, blah.
We also got to keep talking about this 100 goals event. Because remember, I already...
We have to keep talking about the 100 goal event, you guys. Don't think about the fact that we're at 68 and we don't need to talk about this right now, but we got to keep talking about this 100.
Told you guys, I'm going to be doing an event around my birthday. I do it every year. It's an annual birthday marathon that we do that's really fun. And
I don't think you're hitting 100 by your birthday, broski.
I want to do that again this year. So then what are we going to do for when we hit 100 goals? It could be a second marathon. It could be a different kind of special event. You know, we've already started throwing around ideas. I'm not honestly sure what to do yet. So we'll be talking about that, okay? Billy Boy with a $2 super chat says, Japan's PM said Assassin's Creed is an insult to Japan's cultures. Excellent. Take a look at every single Assassin's Creed game up to now. Have there
I can't hear these dented takes. I can't hear it.
be accurate? Yes. Anyway. All right. Very good. All right. So I do have one news story I want to cover today.
I don't know why he's like nervous about not having the 100 hit around the birthday. You would think, as grubby as this guy is, he wants the birthday marathon and then he wants the 100 marathon. You would think he'd want 2 marathons, because come on, every time he fucking does a marathon, he gets $1,000.
Today, there's a lot of controversy going on right now, okay, around the upcoming Minecraft movie. For those who don't know, the Minecraft movie, I believe, is releasing to...
Are we skipping the Minecraft movie story? Yay or nay? Why? Oh, I gotta get this one. Oh, that's too delicious to pass up. Thank you. Are we skipping the super fucking lame? Okay, let me not talk about it like that. Are we skipping the story that I'm totally super neutral about and I kind of care? Sure, whatever. Yeah, you would think he'd want 2 marathons. If I was a money-grubbing piece of shit, I'd want 2 marathons. Do we want full skip juice? I don't know about full skip juice. We'll poke around and see where we are. Oh, nope. Okay, here we go. Oh no, now I've broken
in
everything.
Japan for 6 years. The stores that say no foreigners actually have to do with them not speaking English. They don't want to deal with the language barrier, so they just don't bother. Can you imagine in the United States? Just think about this.
No, whatever you're talking about, I couldn't be less interested.
Color bomb, right? That's how I felt. I didn't really feel like the movie even needed to exist. It didn't add anything, nothing.
Oh man, I didn't mean to skip to dead air, but I'm really not surprised that I did. Hello, sir? I haven't seen Kucky Koala. Like someone said, maybe he got a new fucking sock account.
PSG, thanks for the book.
Maybe he's now clean giraffe.
Recommendation. I'm never going to read that. I don't know why you're spamming the chat with a book recommendation literally for the last hour and a half. Wasn't aware this was book hour.
What? I'm not listening. Sorry, what?
That's correct. I don't read. I can't read. I'm illiterate. Didn't you know? I actually have, you don't know, I have an actual translation tool that reads the chats for me and plays them directly into my ears because I can't read.
Well, I hope your hearing aid goes loud enough that you can hear it. Moving along.
Like that. That was some of the first chill stream content I ever did.
$28. This ain't going so hot for my guy.
Ugh. There's a free official Minecraft skin out right now with Jack Black as Steve. Great. Yeah, remember? Swaganito says, yes, I loved the chill fishing and chats with Minecraft. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, I loved Minecraft so much. That's why I never played it again after someone paid me on Patreon to play it. Big ups. Great job.
All right, well, we're winding down here, guys. Last chance to ask anything before I go on a brief break. And then we start with Assassin's Creed Shadows for today. All right?
Oh, is he done? Damn. Okay.
Oh, man.
Depending on what time Grandpa wraps it up here, do you guys want to watch some of the casino from last night?
And again, sorry I had the late start, but good news is we covered everything we wanted to talk about here today. What's up, Jade? How are you today?
Sorry, I was like over an hour and 15 minutes late, but the good news is your time I don't care about, and I can just show up whenever the fuck I want to, so good thing for you guys, I had nothing to fucking talk about. I got to agree with Juan on this one. Great podcast, old man. Bravo. Great job. I'm not paused. Hello, sir? Damn, I thought I could get a sip of my fucking drink in. Say something. Hello? You with us, my guy? Oh, you just banning people? Okay. That's all right. Just ban away. Do you, King? Do you? This.
All right. That's it. No one's really asking anything, so I figure we'll just
No, because no one gives a fuck about you, bro.
wrap it up then. All right, folks. Well, thank you for a chill.
Thanks for the 28 lousy dollars, you cheap, broke-ass pieces of shit. I mean, ha 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 ha, you know.
Level 1 podcast.
You know that's what he's thinking, because he's so grody.
I hope that you... Oops. That was the wrong button.
Nice
I hope
job,
that you
Grandpa.
enjoyed the show. Tomorrow is the final day of the week for me. We'll be doing our second session of Assassin's Creed as well as some Friday Night Fights. And, of course, covering anything that you guys want to talk about as usual or any game news. So... thank you all. And I appreciate you all coming and hanging out. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for the end of the week. Peace out. All right. That was actually one of the shortest podcasts I've done in a million years. Like, no exaggeration.
And we are all ever so fucking thankful for it. How narcissistic do you have to be to do Q&A instead of just talking with the chat? He doesn't talk with you. You have to, he doesn't know how to talk to people. He can't banter, you know, he has a gift of this like inability to just have conversations with people. He can't just read something that someone says and then have a response. He has to literally just be asked because he knows, oh, this is question, must give answer. That's like where his brain, you know, is. So let me see, hang on one tick. And let me see if I can grab. Did you guys say yes to Kino? And if I can work this out, which it may be, we'll have to see how it goes. But I wasn't necessarily planning on us doing anything, which that's okay. That's okay. We can watch some. They've got quite a long intro here, so.
Oh, he's so stupid.
So just for shits and giggles, for a short while here anyway, this is last night. So this is after everything happened with Rich and all that kind of stuff. This is Kino Casino from last night.
Himself. All the blood is on his hands now.
Buddy, he faked cancer.
He faked cancer.
His wife having cancer.
That's his defense. Either she actually does have cancer, in which case he poured his heart out to a fucking 400-pound fat troll online. Please care about me. My wife's dying. Or, more likely, he lied about cancer. And he's Boogie level. The thing is, at least Boogie was only lying about his own health.
No, we're not watching the whole thing. we're gonna hang out and just watch it for, I don't know, that whole podcast was like so just like fucking it unfulfilling. So we'll watch some of this and see some of their, you know, takes.
Yeah. This was Phil lying about his wife's health, using her as a human pity shield.
Bro, and his parents dying.
Whoa, man! Using his parents
like,
dying as a shield.
He's like, I tricked them. On the last show, Ashton and I are like, he's lying about that. We're not dumb, Phil.
I don't know. Phil is. There's no debate about did Phil trick them or was Phil the everybody immediately is like, no, Phil. No, Phil, you're not the mastermind. No, Phil, this is ridiculous. But if it needed any more confirmation, it was Phil pulling up his receipts, and they were made last night when it's supposed to be this 8-month-long con But these receipts were cobbled together last night in a gin.
Yeah, these folks may or may not be, your cup of tea, and I totally get that. If you didn't come here to check out Kino, like I say, I totally
The
get
old
it.
rampage where he was supposed to be doing his taxes. Instead, he blew up his own.
Yeah, don't forget he wasn't streaming. He didn't do the late stream the night before he had Rich on because he told everyone he was having to do his taxes. And then he put his taxes on hold to do the whole felting of Kino Casino.
Spot so bad. And it would have been better for him had he just been like, these guys were evil. I didn't know what I was getting into. They snaked me. They fucked me. But he just couldn't take the L. If he took that L, he would have come out way more sympathetic. People would have maybe felt bad for him about his wife's cancer, his rabbit dying, his parents dying, him crying to us, begging us to make fun of him at 4 a.m. and stuff like this. But instead, he came up with the most insane harebrained scheme.
Hairbrush? Hairbrain?
Well, okay, so let's talk about this.
The hairbrush?
By the way, Iron Chefs.
They have, this is when Iron Chef Sakai drops 25 subs. They have a clip channel, I think, but this is actually from Kick, so.
Sakai has gifted 25 subs! Now Iron
25
Chef,
subs more than Phil.
We really got to make Phil seethe.
Yeah, one of them was dated the 19th, which was yesterday, the day that he did it. And it was time-stamped March 19th at 1:36 a.m. But then there were other ones that were dated the 18th, but they were dated at like 9:40 something. So he worked on it from like 9 p.m. until, probably before then, until 2 o'clock in the morning and possibly later. It was all he did after the day stream, yesterday, or the day before on Tuesday when he didn't do the evening stream.
Today, because remember, first of all, Phil made 0 subs today.
Snaking us. Zero. How much money on the donut?
He made 0 subs. He was fucking struggling, bro. Didn't hit the goal. Did not hit the goal.
Not even close.
After all the retconning, all the cope, special guest Review Tech USA, which all backfired in his face, he couldn't even make. I think he made in total $133.
Stop.
Minus YouTube's cut. Wacky Shucks for 25 subs!
God, hang on. Before we continue, just catch up.
Remember, guys, every sub tonight is another tier from Review Tech. Dark Side Phil's Eyes. I honestly believe at a certain point they're the same person. Like, I would always fuck up when it was saying like Review Tech or Phil or Rich or whatever. I'd always get them mixed up because they basically are the same person, except one's an alcoholic and one's on edibles the time.
But today, now whether you liked how he did it or not, Review Tech somehow felted Phil.
You had to give the devil his due in a way today. You had to, because Review Tech just no-sold Phil.
Yeah.
Shit
on him.
There we go. Everything's all, hold on. Everything's back. Okay, we're good. Yeah, they do have better chemistry. But the thing about it is that when you pair anybody up with Phil, Christ, you can't save it. And then Phil and Rich, I don't think Rich really, I don't want to say he didn't want to be there because he did it, but it was like, as soon as he figured out what it was, his attitude was like, I don't want to fucking be here for this. Like, how much charisma do you expect someone to have? If I showed up thinking that we were going to, have a Rochambeau or ask each other questions or do something, and that was what I got instead, I don't know why he didn't just nope the fuck out. I would have been like, oh, peace, bloop, and just fucking hit that button and went on about my business.
Right out. But it was just so funny because it's like Review Tech's autism where he's like fumbling this, where he could have been on the stream the whole time, asking questions, felting Phil, but he just got autistically hung up about a microphone. It's just like,
but it was still
it was
funny.
like it was the unstoppable Spurg versus the immovable autist, where it was just like the ultimate clash of their prideful, retarded wills, where it was just it all came down to the microphone autism and Review Tech trying to tell them, it's like, listen, you couldn't orchestrate any of this because you couldn't even build a boom mic.
Yeah.
A library is more exciting. Yeah, that's true. I kind of feel like his Phil's stream will soon turn into a library. No talking, no loud noises, no sudden moves. Just show up and stare and be quiet and don't type anything, don't do anything.
No, it's actually true.
Yo, Dark Side D Flow for 10 subs. Amazing
Iron
songs.
Chef Morimoto for 25
What?
subs. Dark Side Flow. I
Holy
would be,
shit,
by the
thank
way,
you.
with all these DMs, when the dust is settled, I think I'll be vindicated as having been one of the top level trolls or detractors of Phil ever. Maybe that's a bit premature. Maybe I'm sucking my own dick with that. But I really think once the dust settles and you're actually able to see beginning to end just how milked and felted Phil got during this whole arc and how much embarrassing dirt there is against Phil. I think even the most hardened detractors are going to have to give me props for this one. I appreciate a lot of people have come to me and said, we're sorry, sir. We're sorry for doubting you. That's not necessary. I just want everybody to enjoy this felting of Phil.
Yeah.
I just want everybody, no matter who they are, to just have a little bit of joy, just a little bit of fun brought into their life by this destruction, this humiliation of Phil,
Wait.
which he brought entirely on his own head.
Ash, okay, we have to read some subs here, but Ashton, I don't know if you saw this,
Oh.
but I got a 3-second clip that sums up everything today. You ready for this?
Okay.
Yeah, all right, Ashton, are you watching?
I'm ready.
Guys, this is 3 seconds.
It's just the ultimate moment
Okay, watch.
where the crown falls.
Watch. You got it?
This is so good.
We were taking the chips away.
Isn't that what he calls a self-felt? Or as he would call it, he self-felted himself.
The universe.
Buddy, the universe is so great. He takes up the poker chip briefcase with all the chips in it and knocks over his crown to end the king arc. The crown has fallen. The crown has fallen from Phil's head. No sentence.
You have my attention. Did Ethan Ralph say that he's doing Smart Guys?
Down, go.
Oh, is that the big announcement that he's going to have tonight? That someone's doing Smart Guys with him? Boy, this fool don't learn, does he?
Goes the king. Down
That's
goes
the way
the king.
it is. Hey, Ash,
That's the
real
way
fast.
it
Hang on, let's pound through these real fast. By the way, Tony Panfer for 25 subs.
Huge.
Hang on. I'm going to start from the starting. Ether for a sub. Thank you so much. Hang on, this is like a million followers, by the way. Mr. Homeless for 10 subs. Richard Fitzwell for 5 subs. Kino Pool Boy for 10 subs. Iron Chef Sakai for 25
Hold
subs.
on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Wacky Shucks for 25 subs. Deet Dealer for 5 subs. Archduke Instinct for 10 subs. Holy shit. Winston, the Eagle Respecter for 12 subs. Angus Tweed for 5 subs. Iron Chef Morimoto for 25 subs. Dark Side D-Flow, what's up, bro? For 10 subs. That's the guy who makes... Check out his channel on Twitter. I was retweeting him today. He does all those songs. Very fucking funny. Rare Tricks for 5 subs. Tony Pan for...
Oh, there's Rare Tricks again. I don't see anything about him being on Smart Guys, but just because I don't see it, that doesn't mean anything.
For 25 subs. Doji No Ryu for 5 subs. Aussie Dad Andrew for a sub. Creative Unlive for a sub. For 2 subs. Fat Bastard for 5 subs. Big Individual for 2 subs. Graham Pataclin for 2 subs. Champion 8 for 1 subs. Holy, and all these fucking resubs. And Captain Quint for a sub. And a $50 in Dono chat. Bros. Raped
That's
Phil.
right.
It does say here that he tweeted 2 hours ago, I have a collab announcement coming up later today. So I do see that, but he doesn't actually say it.
We got Tony for $50.
Phil,
Saying
instantly.
really appreciate everything you guys went through for the Phil arc.
Yes.
Watching his podcast today was the funniest thing I've seen in a while. Totally worth it. And then we got Don Verga for $50.
Yo.
Hey, you demand Phil may be dumb, but he's the boss. Invest.
I guess people are saying, and I don't want to use the word speculating, but I guess some people are saying that he is going to do Smart Guys. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So this you know what he's got to look for anybody now. He's got to look for anybody.
Investments made wisely down south a long time ago. You will regret this. We have men on their
I can see the message that says, "Can you see this message?"
way, Canadian.
Ooh, we're
And
gonna
we
get
got
killed.
Upper Lakes for 10. DSP wiped the blood off PPP's hands and smudged them on his own. He's so dumb.
How did he fall for
He's
that?
unbelievably dumb, man.
Oh my god. Here,
By the way, the Spanish Inquisition for 25 subs!
Scuba
Steve for 20 subs! Rick Deckard for 5 subs. Dumpy Koala and Penn Dully with subs as well. Grim.
Yeah, Dumpy Koala. My bad. Dumpy Koala did go over there and give subs. I didn't see him in the chat today. So how does he not learn anything? He will never learn. He's bouncing around to anybody, everybody. It doesn't matter who. Like, will somebody, take him? So, like I say, I don't know for sure.
Paltikin, big individual with
He's gonna try to keep it on the fucking DL because he wants everyone to show up.
2 subs.
Oh my god.
Tino Pool Boy has gifted 25 subs.
Let's go. Every
Whoa,
sub.
buddy.
You know
Phil
what,
is
guys?
the raped.
The raped.
He really is. He's the raped, the gaped, and he's fucking mind broken, bro. We raped his mind so bad. He's cooked. He's cooked, man.
I don't even
He's
know.
never gonna recover from this.
I thought, okay, what he's gonna do is make us look like the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I hear.
Well, from what I see here, not that I don't know anything about this dude or whatever, but apparently, from what I see, let me go back to his posts here. 7 hours ago, this Ethan Ralph dude tweeted, "Why do people even care if DSP spent whatever amount of money on a video game? Obviously, I don't believe the 800-pound Triple P anyway, but so what? It's none of your business anyway. Pocket watching and very homosexual." So if that's how this guy tweets and feels about Triple P, then it kind of makes sense that DSP would go, knock, knock, knock. Hey, do you hate this guy too? Do you want to do a show? Do you want to do a show with me? I hate this guy too. We could team up and be super best friends because I've learned nothing and we can do this together.
And he reveals that he's the king snake.
Hey, I actually faked the cancer and my parents died. By the way, he's like, see, Andy was upset my parents were dying. I'm like, if anyone's parents were dying, I'd be upset.
I know, right?
I'm not a monster.
He go,
Fucking nutbag.
these are bad guys. They felt bad for me when I said my parents and wife and pets were dying. Can you believe it, guys? They expressed basic human empathy to me, and they were nice to me when I said this shit. I conned them, and it's like this is like sociopath shit.
Yeah, no.
This crazy stuff.
He's evil.
To say, and like, for what payoff? For what payoff are you lying about your wife's health, saying that she has cancer, she has ovarian issues, she has thyroid issues, like all this crazy shit? Darkside Phil in DMs is crying to me about a bunny, saying that the bunny was the replacement for the son that he couldn't have. Like, that's actually, and that's why he couldn't beg during streaming. like, I don't think anybody has like shown the full context of that. But the guy is saying to me, like, I can't have kids anymore. It was by choice for the longest time, but now I can't.
Jevinator, what about the YouTube channel? Honey, I can see you. Everyone can see you. I haven't like banned anybody or hidden anybody. I knock on wood, I never really have a need to.
Have kids because
you mean about like Kino Casino's YouTube channel? I think it's like Kino, I don't know, is it like Cathedral or something like that? They have like a clip channel or something on YouTube, yeah.
Not fat, and she has cancer, and she has ovarian problems, and she has.
If Ethan doesn't go off about Derek and scream at Phil to rope or toaster bath, I'm never watching Ethan again.
Thyroid problems. So the bunny that I have is my replacement son, and I couldn't do smart guys. Can we please delay it because my bunny that's my son, my bunny son is dying. And I'm doing all.
You might need to refresh or something, honey, but everything's working fine. We're, like I say, I didn't yes, you've been banned.
all that I can other than actually take him to the vet, and I'm feeding him with the syringe. It's all these like graphic details, like trauma dump, and it's like the guy's trying to say that this was all a lie, and it's like, whoa, man, like.
If
you
it
could have
is,
just
that's
said
scary.
You were busy. You could have just said anything.
Any other like,
you're
hey, I'm
like,
busy. The end.
The guy's saying to me like, oh, my parents are dying. My mom is terminal, and she's bothering me to come visit. Which it made it sound to me like he didn't give a single fuck about his mom or visiting her before she.
Still can't get over how Phil thinks he's won this. It really is. It's kind of wild, isn't it? To think that like
died, other than maybe that he was worried he wouldn't get inheritance or whatever. And like the fact he has no passport, he has no real ID, like he can't travel, like to visit his mom.
Yo, I always thought, because I didn't know much about Phil before we started this arc, but I always thought, goofball, loser begs for money. I didn't think sociopath, faking people dying and pets dying.
And he's like saying all this shit, like breaking down his tips on how to lie to people, how to manipulate people.
That would be interesting. How to break down things and how to lie to people and how to manipulate people. I'd be very interested to see those messages.
So not only does he have all of the detractors who are laughing at him, mocking him, spilling his heart to me and all.
Oh yeah, this has been fucking beautiful. I've been loving all of this.
And how he was manipulated and how he was made to be a fool. I mean, that was always going to happen, right? It was always going to be that it was revealed that he got fucking milked and he got felted or whatever. But now he's burned his own fans. There are now longtime fans of Phil who don't want to watch him anymore because of the shit that he said today, because it was so delusional. It was total mental illness. And they've gone and went and started supporting the detractors. I saw one of them is donating to Raw Phil already.
Whoa!
And not a massive whale, but somebody who was a Phil fan for years that liked his chill.
I don't want to sound like King Dick or anything, but I got Lucky Gremlin in here, so.
Positive gameplay and realized what a dirt.
Exactly, because this douchebag doesn't understand that if you don't treat people with respect, they will find somewhere else to go. People have value. People have value, and they will realize that they have worth and they have value, and they don't need to be talked to the way that they're talked to and treated the way that he fucking treats people, the way that he feels entitled to treat people. Folks will find somewhere else to go, whether it's to another streamer or to another platform, or maybe they just delete all that shit and go and do, something else is somewhere else. People will realize, you know what? I actually don't deserve this kind of garbage. Not from some 42-year-old fucking turbo virgin sitting in a bedroom typing away at his Dorito-dusted fucking keyboard.
Bags.
He hasn't started playing the game yet. Why am I not fucking... No, well, he's got to go take a 10-minute shit break. Did he take his 10-minute shit break?
Snake, he really is. And decided not to support. So he's losing support every which way. just totally cooked, man. He's losing it all. It's amazing.
We're taking the chips away.
That was pretty good. Just bloop, and that shit just fell the fuck over.
By the way, okay,
man.
we have a small little aside.
What a beautiful moment. We just want to bring this up because
They will realize that, you know, like you say about Raw Phil, actually playing games with people. There are people who will read what they have to say in chat without a colored bubble around it. You don't have to talk about money every 5 seconds. Or if you say something to, you know, maybe tease the streamer or something, like, you know, they'll play back with you, or they'll tease you, or, you know, whatever, you know, folks will realize they have value and they can go out there and find people who have talent or have charisma or, you know, whatever the fuck it is.
I said, like, listen, we could turn anything into a meme against Phil.
And then I screenshotted the hairbrush.
Yeah, so I just looked at my desk. I'm like, I have this hairbrush on my desk, right? So I'm like, we could turn this hairbrush into a detractor meme.
I found a hairbrush, and then there it is.
We turned it into an emote, and it's just a hairbrush.
As a joke.
As a joke, and then people started putting it in Phil's chat, the hairbrush. Well, sure enough, it totally worked. At like 3 a.m, Phil's seething about the hairbrush in his chat. And so I guess that being said, and on the detractors created this new piece.
So that being said, tweeted out, last night, in response to someone using a new Kino emote of a hairbrush, which is a reference to Philip admitting his mom combed his hair until he was 17, Philip fires back with the epic felt of, she used a comb. They just randomly got a fucking PNG of a fucking hairbrush and just said, we're going to make this a detractor meme. And then they did it.
Of lore where they're like, yeah, they put this in their chat, Phil, because they said your mom was brushing your hair until you were an adult. And Phil goes, this is his response. He goes,
she used a comb.
He goes, you know, the person says, it's the hairbrush your mother used, Phil. They could have done better, in my opinion. And Phil says she used a comb. Those dunces. So this is Phil. It turns out it's all true that Phil's mother combed his hair until he was.
Yeah, I guess they didn't realize that fucking Phil's mommy was combing his hair until he was nearly a grown-ass man.
17 years old. It's like, what the fuck? What a self-felt Phil. What are you thinking saying this shit, man? Like,
how did that work? How did that work?
It shouldn't have worked at all.
At all. It
should never have worked, but he confesses that his mom didn't, in fact, brush his hair till he was 17, but combed his hair until he was 17 years old. Like, it's just too easy with this guy, man. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Phil is an only child, yes.
The guy did all my work for me. What's crazy is the DMs weren't going to leak. Do you want to know why? Because I'm so technically inept, I couldn't even figure out how to download them from Twitter. I'm like, oh, fuck, if he doesn't leak them himself, I'm going to have to produce these DMs, you know? I'm going to have to find a way to produce these DMs, and I'm worried. I'm like, fuck, like, I'm going to have to go through and screenshot the best ones, and this is going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of effort on my part. You know, hard work for me anyway, the fucking 400-pound blob, okay? Like, fuck, how much
I'm also an only child. I don't act like that.
am I gonna do this? Thank God he actually did it, or we wouldn't have got this. Is so good, thank God.
Buddy.
This is the best shit ever, man.
By the way, I want to say this, to all the fucking detractors today were posting the funniest memes, clips, exposing. There's so much, folks. Tonight will be actually impossible to do it all.
Well, because Phil's went on for 5 hours about this shit, crying out his
We're going to
ass,
try our best.
trying to revise history. There's nobody who bought it, even the most dented of the dents. Even the mentally disabled dents in wheelchairs who are like, Phil, this doesn't make sense, Phil. Like, they're like, come on, Phil. You can't lie to us like.
Yeah, when I was in like, I don't know, second or third grade, I had an alarm clock. I got up on my own with an alarm clock and got, I don't know, what was second or third grade? What was I, 8, 9, 10, something like that? Got myself a bowl of cereal, got dressed, got ready, and I walked to school. You know,
This, Phil. Let's be honest,
I was doing that, you know, yeah, like I say, when I was like 9, 10, something like that.
Phil.
One of his biggest supporters wrote, "Please, Phil, never become a private investigator." Because it was so bad. It was the leaks with me. And he's like, look, Andy's telling me he's off coke.
We got him.
Oh no! I'm like,
By the way, Midnight Streams gifted 22 subs. We missed that a bit earlier.
Let's
At the very
go.
beginning of the show, it's still in your count, but we didn't shout it out at the very top of the show because there were so many other
I see.
contributions that came in.
Oh.
Remember, if you're new here, you can super chat down below. You can click on the link that says super chat and you can send in your contribution, send in your message that you want read. From time to time, we'll be reading the messages. So if you have something that's important,
Only children are felted because of Phil. No, not entirely. Yeah, I wasn't completely like a latchkey kid, but my parents were very, you know, they were going to teach me how to, you know, take care of myself and everything. But anyway, this is on Kick if you guys want to, you know, watch the whole thing. They will actually get into the video and everything like that here, but I just wanted to play, you know, a little bit of it. They trust me, 10.5 hours. They go on and on and on. So it is on Kick, all their old streams. And they got clips on YouTube if you don't want to go over to Kick. You can if you want to. You don't have to like make an account or anything on Kick. So I will actually be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so we're going to do the podcast and, well, the lamecast, borecast, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We're going to do that. And then I'll be back tomorrow evening because we're going to watch these gentlemen with special guest It's a Gundam, and they're really going to leak the DMs, the real ones, the good ones, the ones that you and I and everybody in between all want to see. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. I do invite you to sub to the channel. If not, totally cool, because I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do, but I hope to see you next time.